All right, people. What up? What up? What up? Okay, let's get it going, guys. Let's get it going. Right. What we saying, people? What we saying? Remember to like. Remember to subscribe to the stream, guys. We're gonna be going over everything that's happened. A lot of things has been dropping. Big up. Big up. A lot of things been dropping today, bro. So we're gonna keep the conversation going, pulling up the chat. I sent the link out, so we might have some panelists coming on here or there. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, what's cracking, man? What's cracking? What's up? Like and subscribe as we're coming in. All right, we're gonna talk about first things first. We are going to talk about big up exactly, Jojo. Get the likes up, people. Subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 100 subscribers. 100. I'm like 9-8 away, bro. Oh, we reached 100. Thank you, everybody. We reached 100. I really appreciate that, y'all. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, let us look at the news that's going on right now. So first things first. Yes, big up, people. 106. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Keep the likes up. Keep the comments going. I'm talking to everybody here, man. We're having conversations. 100 subs. Exactly. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Cole Palmer. We here. Cole Palmer Nation. We are alive. 2033. Cole Palmer Nation. This is what I'm saying, man. The amount of United fans that I saw being like, oh, he's gonna stay there for a 1 season or 2 season loan because he just couldn't go from City to United in the mud, bro. He's staying a long time here, bro. He's staying here for a long time. He's not going anywhere. All right, we got somebody backstage. Gaming for life. What's up, man? How's it
Big up,
going?
big up.
Big up. Just talking about how Palmer's gonna be here, man. He's not
Man,
going anywhere.
listen, he deserves it, man. He's been our
Palmer
best player last
Nation.
season. He deserves it.
Yes, sir.
Come on, what are we talking about here, man? And I'm hearing, oh, but Cole Palmer's going to leave in the next 2 years. Come on.
Oh yeah. People were telling me, oh, he's gonna go United this, United that, bro.
No.
Get out of here, bro.
Just because he's a
United.
United fan doesn't mean he's going to go United. People who support the other clubs don't normally go to their club anyway.
Exactly.
Oh, did you hear big news about Oshimen?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Bro.
Yes,
But
sir.
nah.
All right. So right now,
So how much is he on? Is he on 150 to 180k
so
then?
yeah, he's on 150. Yeah, all rivals were hating on this situation, bro. They were upset. They're upset. They're like, I can't believe it. His career is done, bro. Get out of
He's
here.
not.
Get out of here. Yeah, they
Do you
were
know
overconfident. They
what's
got one
crazy?
pick. What's up?
It's also Lavia's and what's it, Happy Alavia Day because he
It's
rejects
Lavia Day.
Liverpool.
Yes, sir.
Bro, it's
Yes,
crazy.
sir, man.
Man, he deserves it, man. Cole Palmer's been our best
Yeah,
player
100%.
season.
And this is the
Like,
thing. Apparently, there was a report too on tweet. Let me see that. There was like big clubs around Europe that were monitoring Palmer after the season he had, which makes sense. But we just thought we gave him the pay raise and Chelsea. It says from HITC Football, Chelsea were aware that Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich were keeping track of Palmer's performances. Right here. See, we had Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. They were aware, man. They were paying attention to his performances. Hopefully, within these few days, we complete Fixio and get rid of Gallagher, bro. That's what I'm saying. All right, but that's real quick. Just wanted to touch on the Palmer news. We're gonna get to the other news. So Chelsea are actively looking for forwards and currently engaged in a long, drawn-out negotiation with Victor over wages for a loan deal. He's refusing to lower his demands, and this is exactly. Oh, by the way, his Palmer's release clause, bro, is probably like 150 to 200, something with like some insane number, bro. They're not letting him go for anything, bro. Like the only way Palmer's leaving is like end of his contract, like
yeah,
years into it. Like he's not going anywhere.
I feel
But
like
yeah,
he'll retire at us if he wins a lot of trophies.
he's gonna probably, bro. He's like probably at the end of his career, if everything goes well and we win the trophies he wants to, we're challenging for the league, get another UCL or something. Like he's
Because
probably gonna just retire at like a smaller league, like one
I,
season, two
I,
seasons.
I don't see him leave after one good year. Like I didn't expect him to bang 40+ GNA goals for his last season. Nobody
Yeah, he's
did.
locked up, bro. Yeah, he's like nobody did. He's locked up, and I think this is gonna go down as like one of the biggest mistakes City is ever going to make in the transfer market. Just
Facts, and I think City fans are regretting it now.
yes,
But
I
that's because
remember
of Pep.
there was a big City fan. I think the guy from I'm forgetting his name, but the guy from the Big Six. They were
Mm.
doing a stream on the Big Six, and he said, yeah, honestly, like I think it was after the England final. He said, you know what? I'll finally admit it. We messed up on letting Palmer go.
Yeah,
Like
because
I do. It bothers me now.
because like when Mahrez left, Pep did say he would let Cole Palmer play as a Mahrez replacement, but Cole Palmer said no, I want to leave, and then he goes, okay, leave.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But nah, man, listen, he deserves it. He wants to win trophies for
hundred
us. He's
percent.
happy, like
A
you
hundred
know,
percent. Yeah. So the news that came out literally a couple minutes ago,
yeah,
is that Chelsea are now considering signing Oshimen permanently. So this whole, loan with an obligation stuff, it looks like it's going out the window. And I think that this news is breaking right now because, as was reported earlier in the day, it's looking like the managers of Napoli are in London right now.
yeah.
Like we have the people negotiating right now. Right now, from what we heard, they're negotiating the Lukaku deal.
So how
But
much you reckon we'll pay for him, like permanently, if we get him?
so yeah, so this is the thing. If right now the reports are Lukaku plus cash, that means that discussing Lukaku, they're already including Victor in that. So I'm
Yeah,
thinking it's probably Lukaku plus 60, something like that,
60,
something
what,
around there.
60 to 70 million?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Lukaku plus 60. I think that's what
yeah.
they're gonna want more most likely. Because at the end of the day, and this is the thing that everybody has to remember, yeah, death row contracts for everybody who's good on the team, bro. Yo, big up E. Um, I think for me personally, just getting Lukaku's wages off the books, I wouldn't mind giving Victor what he wants and breaking the wage structure for him.
I
I
don't know
wouldn't
how
care.
much they're gonna offer him. Probably like 100 something, 200 maybe.
I think, yeah. How much is he on right now? That's the real
I
question. I
think he's
think
on 250k a
250.
week.
See,
I
for me
think.
too. Yeah, for me 250. Like, for me, I would do what I would do is like give him 200 and say like if you score X amount of goals, you'll make the 250 that you want,
Yeah,
something like that. It could be
yeah.
higher than 60 if you listen more. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think with this one and it's with the Felix one, we're looking at trying to spread out the cost as much as possible, and that's why I think things are dragging. Because I think Atletico Madrid are going to want a lot of things up front. They're not going to want in add-ons. They're going to want like immediate cash in the bank, but we're trying to spread it out,
Because
especially if we're looking at getting Victor in.
I know Fabrizio said something about the situation as well. As well.
Yeah, I think Fabrizio just like kind of reposted. Chelsea have never listed the race for
Oh,
Victor Osimhen despite reports this month.
there's a Pies tweet just popped up on my notification. There's a Pies tweet about Oshimen.
Here, let me refresh then. Hold up.
There has to be.
Oh, Chelsea technical staff have given the green light to move for Osimhen.
Oi!
So
Yo.
I think we already knew this. I think it was literally reported when we were out for Samu that like we're going to go full force
So
in. I'm telling you, we are going to get guys like and subscribe. We are going to getting notifications by the minute. I'm telling you, it was reported that Napoli people landed in London this morning. Right now it is nighttime. They're communicating between Italy and here, and we are getting the green light to move for Osimhen.
I don't know what's your name. I
Huge.
forgot.
It's just our time. Just call me our time. It's fine, man.
I said I reckon we get a here we go today for Oshimen.
I don't think so. I think right now we're not gonna get
What
a
you
here we go with
reckon by end of
Osimhen.
the transfer window?
I think end of the week. I think it depends on this other news, which is this.
Oh
Which
no,
is the
we
Felix
forgot
news,
João
bro.
Felix.
That's what I'm saying. So there, Joao Felix, also the agent, also in London, actively negotiating with Chelsea to discuss the price of the player. That's what I'm saying. I think we're getting the Joao Felix within 48 hours,
Yeah,
and then I think immediately after we're going to get Lukaku and then Victor. That's what end of the week.
because
I'm saying end of the week Victor, but I think
yeah,
48 hours we're looking at Felix. I
because
think right
Felix
now.
did say he's given green lights to Chelsea that he's happy to return.
Listen, if we get, I'm telling you right now, if we get in 48 hours Oshman and Felix, I need that transfer dopamine directly into my veins, bro.
Bro,
Like, I can't, bro. Yeah, it's too late to get done today. That's what I'm saying. I think 48
bro,
hours we're getting Felix.
our
After
attack,
Felix is wrapped up, our attack is gonna be disgusting. I can't
bro,
lie.
yeah, it's gonna be disgusting next season. But
Yup,
my biggest worry is our defense.
100%. And that's something that we're gonna talk about later. 100%. Yeah, like and subscribe to the stream, people. We're getting news as everything is going on, people.
Bro.
as everything's going on. So apparently, this is the offer that they're working on right now. Again, potential.
65 to 56 million.
So
Yeah.
we're looking 35 guaranteed, right? Which is what they're immediately going to be going with 30 million in potential add-ons. And I think this is what is being discussed right now. And this is why things are kind of, quiet on that front.
Yeah.
This is why things are quiet on this front. We have not heard anything else out of that, but it's not necessarily
No,
bad. I think they're kind of just trying to figure it out.
because they did say like they wanted. Well, we offered him today 65
Yes.
million for Felix. That's what
Hmm.
I heard.
Yes. Exactly.
But
Exactly.
apparently Madrid won like 42 mil.
Yeah, they want a crazy price, which is yeah.
Are you
This is
happy
just
though
it.
that he's coming back?
Am I happy? I would say for me personally, like I think he's good squad depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Felix agent is in London, and that's our priority. That's what I'm saying.
But
I think we get
I
Felix in 48.
yeah. Oh, Joey's in the backstage.
Oh, there we go. Yo, what's up, Joey? How
Joey,
you
Yo,
doing,
man,
man?
you're the
yo,
guy.
look,
You were
yo,
right
you
about
never
this the whole time.
threw the link in our chat, bro. There's heads in that chat that would have jumped on if you
Oh,
wanted.
they did. I didn't drop it. I thought I did.
Nah, you never
My
did.
bad, my bad. I'll drop it right now. I'll drop it
I
right
mean, you
now.
don't have to say my bad. I'm doing it for your sake, so you don't have to be on here
Oh, I
by yourself
apologize. I thought
talking.
I dropped it in there.
I
Yes,
know, I
yes,
know my man's here. I know my man's here. I'm just saying.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So
Bro,
yeah, no, for
Joey
me
was
personally,
right
like
about
Felix.
this thing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I told you. I told Joey from the beginning. Everybody thinks you're crazy
Yeah,
until it happens. Everybody thinks you're crazy until it comes through. I think
facts.
Thursday here we go for Felix and Gallagher comes back for one day just to go back. No, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they literally told like Gallagher just stay in the private jet, brother. Just stay in the private jet.
Yeah,
My only
Bro,
thing
he
about
does. I
Felix.
don't even know why he's flying. Stay in Spain, go in the pool, chill in the pool,
facts.
bro. Like,
I don't
I don't
understand
know
why they
what you're doing.
requested him
Just
to
chill,
come
just
back.
chill. You know.
It's a power move by Chelsea. That's what it is. Like you guys have to realize the way that we've been moving, and it's like we talked about Joey before with like Bali. It's just a power move. We're trying to show them that that basically Gallagher might have agreed with you guys, but unless you sign him, he's still our player. He's in our hands. We can force him to come back. I think that's what it is. I think they're just posturing. That's what it is. In business.
Exactly what
Joey,
it
yeah,
is,
exactly.
RSM.
It's posturing.
That's
Exactly. I
exactly
know.
what it is.
Yeah, I know Joey's gonna get me because he's in business, guys. That's something you need to understand. When Joey talks about stuff, you best believe he's coming from an informed
Yeah,
position, bro.
Joey knows what he's talking about.
Man, how many people do you know have negotiated over $100,000 deals? How many people do you know? One.
Exactly.
You're talking to him. It's the only guy you know. You're talking to him. You're right here.
Exactly.
Only guy you know. Like,
Mm,
fuck's sake. It's like, if I don't know, if I'm talking business, I know what I'm fucking talking about.
yes,
Facts,
exactly.
facts.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So I think Joao Felix right now, like this has been going on before the Napoli people came to London. So I'm thinking we're getting Joao Felix 48 hours, and then
Yep.
after that we're getting a ton of news. But yeah, I don't know if you saw it, Joey. But it came out that Chelsea technical staff have given the green light to move for Osimhen.
For who?
Osimhen. Chelsea technical staff have given the green light to make the move for Osimhen,
You know what
aka
that
like
is? Bro, this whole thing sniffs. You know what I'm about to say.
yeah,
Sniffs of a volley going into that boardroom saying, why the fuck don't we have the striker we want?
exactly.
And then being like, we're not getting this guy. We're going to get the guy that we want.
Mhm.
Like to me, this was
Yo, big
always
up
bound to
Solomon.
fucking happen. That's how I
Yep.
see it. It was always bound to happen. Like
Yeah,
Yes.
I've been fucking telling you guys for 2 months now.
3
Like,
months. You said.
thank you.
Yep.
3 months now that that this deal had too much sense to be made for
Too
it
much.
to
Yeah.
actually not happen.
Hmm.
The
And
only
so
real thing that made me scoff at this was getting Meridian, because it's the same
yes,
profile. They get a younger version of the player. Like,
for me it's a straight
that's the only
downgrade.
thing
If
that
we were
I
always gonna
scoffed
get
at.
Victor, yes, we talked about it. If we
But
were
it
always
was
gonna get
always
Victor, it made
going to
no
be
sense.
Victor. Like we went and got a guy, and I joked around saying this, but you went to go get a guy who was Victor 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, he was 5 years ago. That's what Victor was. Okay, but we don't need Victor from 5 years ago. We need what he is right fucking now.
Because he's a
Okay,
Yeah.
beast.
so like in the end, right? In the end, this all turned into like what I thought it would be, was a last minute end of the window transfer where Lukaku goes one way and Victor comes this way. And like
Exactly.
we always needed the striker. We've been
We needed
looking.
Lukaku off
We
our
wanted
books.
him last year, bro. That
Yep.
people
Yeah.
forget that we were gonna sign him last year before he signed his contract.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were
People
linked to it.
forget that.
And people gotta remember, yeah, that's also why. And this is why Napoli felt so comfortable putting that massive release clause, because they knew we were eventually going to come back around. But what
Yeah.
they didn't see is the way that the market would have changed. Because right now,
Well,
like they're
they
not getting the
they
120 or
didn't
whatever they
plan
put for.
accordingly, in my opinion,
Yeah,
because last year they went and got a coach who doesn't play with the style of striker that Victor plays with.
yeah.
Rudy
Also,
Garcia has always played with small strikers,
yeah,
always.
always. Yeah,
And they went and they got Rudy Garcia. He lasted like 2 weeks, two,
mhm,
3. It was end up like a month and a half, right? They went and got Rudy Garcia, and then they end up firing him. They get
yeah,
another guy. He lasts about 2 months, and then they end up firing him.
exactly.
So how was Victor ever going to live up to that price tag when you didn't
Yeah.
plan accordingly?
Yeah.
No.
You
And
let
this is hold up. This is something
you
that
let
I
Fabian Ruiz go. You let Fabian Ruiz go, and you didn't replace him with nobody. Like
yep. Here,
there's so many things of the planning
enjoy.
of it.
This is hold up. This is something that I wanted to look up because this is something that people haven't noticed, but I noticed, guys. When you pay attention to stuff, you notice things. I noticed that these past couple days, Fabrizio's been tweeting about deals that Napoli
Yeah.
has had for outgoings that have completely failed. We look
Yeah.
at this
Mm-hmm.
guy, Marco Brasini, hijacked. Boom. He'll sign for Atlanta, not for Napoli. They're stressing, right? That's just one. Then we got here number 2, Ken's Kahuste. I don't know how you say his name.
Deals off.
Deal off. Napoli will work to find another club for the midfielder. Deal off. He was gonna go
Yeah.
to Brentford and it collapsed. So tell me right now that Napoli aren't floundering right now. They are floundering. They're not getting any of the people that Conte want. No incomings. They
Until
can't
Osimhen
get any
goes, then they will
outgoings.
start signing people until Osimhen
That's
goes.
what I'm saying. For right now, the biggest priority that Napoli have is getting things done with Chelsea. Why? Because that
Yeah.
guarantees they get Lukaku in. That guarantees they get Victor out. And those are the two biggest
Facts.
priorities. Because they can't even get the small deals done, guys. Pay attention.
No.
Look, they can't get the small deals done. Look, we'll sign for Atalanta, not for Napoli. Boom. That's another signing. Gone. And he even completed medicals for Napoli, and it got hijacked. Then
Yeah.
we got this kid. They could not offload him. I'm telling you, it's looking peak. And when we talk about the defense, by the way, real quick, because I see people talking about the defense. In terms of the defense, unless we see Chalobah leave, we are not going in for another defender. As
Yeah.
unfortunate and as much as I agree with you guys that it would be amazing if we could sign
I
a
think it might
quality
take
center
2.
back. It might
I
take
think it might
exactly.
take
It might
2.
take 1 or 2 outgoings, guys, for us to see somebody come in to the center back. As much as we might need it, unfortunately. Chelsea need a striker who's world class, and we're doing that. I'm telling you, everything is adding up. Everything's adding up. But this is the exact thing. Our main priority right now is getting the Felix thing done because this has been
It frees
ongoing.
up money from the Conor
Yes,
Gallagher deal, and then you can go
exactly.
spend some of that
Yeah.
money.
We could
Yes,
get
and this has
Osimhen
been
done
and
by
this
Sunday.
Yeah, I didn't read this. I didn't see this.
here, yeah. So so this is from Fabrizio Romano. So from what I'm hearing, the negotiation as of now still ongoing, and there's still a good chance to see Joao Felix joining Chelsea, which we already said. Jorge Mendes in London actively negotiating with Chelsea. Describes it. Atletico de Madrid are also aware of the fact that Chelsea believe that Joao Felix is no longer part of their plans, so they need to find a solution as soon as possible. By the way, guys, what they mean by no longer part of our plans is that we did not plan our this transfer window with Felix in mind. So Atletico Madrid have to keep in mind if they are offering
No,
Joao
no, no,
Felix
no,
to
no.
us.
What this means is that Chelsea are aware that Atletico Madrid aren't going to use Joao Felix. That's what that means.
Yes, yeah, but
That's
I'm
what
saying
that
like yeah,
means. It
we
means
didn't
it has
plan it.
nothing to do with us. They just know that we like why would we pay over the odds for a player that we're not going to use?
Yeah.
Yeah, that they know
Like, you know
that
what
they
I'm
know
saying?
that's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
know that at the end of the day for us this is an opportunistic signing, and they know that we know that they were not going to use Jeff Felix anyway. That he fell out with the squad, he fell out with the fans, like he's not loved at all. The situation is probably the saga summer. It's crazy because at any moment anything can happen between Chelsea and Atletico. Chelsea want this story to be resolved as soon as possible. Otherwise, Conor Gallagher could return to London, which we now found out already that already happened. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with the Joao Felix thing. But that's why I'm thinking the Joao Felix thing gets done first before we see anything on Lukaku or Victor. But that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
48 hours, we're getting Felix done. And then by Friday, Saturday, we're hearing Lukaku going for this much. And then a day later, we're going to hear Victor terms of the deal is looking like this.
Yeah, man.
Exactly, Morning Zombie. We have the upper hand. We are the ones that, and I've said this before, and I've said this so many times. We are the ones that have everything in our favor. We hold
Yeah.
all the cards. We have the player that they want. We're the only team at this moment because PSG, guys. I know that you're gonna hear reports saying they're Napoli are trying to convince PSG. PSG did not move out any of the people in the 9 position. They would have needed to move for Victor to come in. You
Because
guys
they
need to
already
keep in
said
mind.
were
PSG's
these.
wage structure
I
is
want people to
insane.
understand something too about Victor. All right, Victor in his career has had 1 year in his entire career where he had more than one playmaker
Yeah.
alongside of him.
Yeah.
1 year where he had more than one playmaker alongside of him. Okay, so I want people to understand, for him to score 15 goals in some of these seasons with one playmaker next to him makes him very, very dangerous, especially with the amount of playmakers that we have.
Yeah, facts. That's
It's
Yep.
not even a
we
question.
have a disgusting amount of playmakers right now.
We do.
A disgusting amount of playmakers.
Yes.
Like, so it's bro, it's a crazy flip on how our team is built now, like
And
compared to like what it was
Yes.
before.
So yeah, we're looking 3 years ago.
Like remember
Solid defense,
3
awful
years
mid.
ago in the
Yeah.
Champions League, we
Yep.
had one playmaker.
Yes. Mhm.
One playmaker.
Dude, I'm telling you, if we could somehow go back in the past, transport that defense into this team, we're immediately in contention. I'm telling you.
Nah, all we had to do was have Roman Abramovich and Marina re-sign fucking Christensen and Rudiger, and we would be a title-winning team right now.
facts.
Exactly.
We would
Exactly.
literally be a title-winning team if we still had Christensen and Rudiger.
But we didn't do that.
No, we did not. No, we did not. So yeah, man. I mean, this is what we're looking at right now. I think that we are going to get more news in 24 hours about what's going down with Felix, because I think right now that's on the owner's mind. I
Yeah.
think Bali right now is more focused on getting the Felix deal done, and as soon as that is done, we're going to see massive movement in terms of
You
know what I
Lukaku
like?
and Victor.
You know how I know he's winning these negotiations? All of them, everyone's coming to London. No one's going. He's not going anywhere.
He's not. Yeah,
else.
exactly. No, and Joey has a
That's the
point there.
first. In negotiations, right? You win in everything. There's a win and a loss in everything.
Yes.
Okay? Even in the location of where the negotiations are being held. Can tell where you have an upper hand or not.
Yes. It's already like a psychological thing. If you're able to set the terms of where you guys are meeting at, that's already like a psychological. And this is JK. We will sign a defender. It will be an upgrade. I mean, like, listen, that's what we were saying. Like, if we're able to move on Chalaba and maybe another defender, we talked about this before on Joey's channels. Like, if we can get like an Hincapié level signing, that would be excellent for our squad. We're filling so many holes. Is the exact type of Swiss Army knife player that they love, and it would be perfect. But it goes to see, how would you feel if we signed and traded Felix with Lukaku for Oshimen?
Bro,
That's not
like I
happening.
said, if we get these two done, Felix and Oshimen, our attack next season is gonna be disgusting.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed.
It's bro, the amount of people that can create chance from the likes of Palmer,
Bro,
Nkunku.
that's right where our attack looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, our attack is going to look.
But that's the scary part. You bring in a guy who you can consistently throw the ball up to.
Yeah.
The defenders make less mistakes. The defenders make less mistakes. We're gonna have more opportunities at crosses than we've had since fucking Didier Drogba.
No, literally, and this is the thing too, guys, is that when we have Victor, you guys have to realize that Victor is also a different archetype of player than Jackson. So for whatever reason, for example, we're in a game and Victor isn't working out, we switch in Jackson. Jackson is a lot more, is able to hold the ball, do a play, with his hold up play. He's able to do 1-2s in a way that Victor isn't able to. And it opens up an entire new avenue. That's what I'm saying. In terms of attack, we are completely fine. I'm not worried about that. It's just getting, for me, and I mean, Joey, we've talked about this too before, is getting Lukaku off the books is too important. His wages are way too high for what we're paying.
Yeah.
If Trev and Chilwell go, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So now you're telling me, now the other thing is so now that we know what Victor wants, he just wants the same wages he's on at Napoli, 11 million a year. That's 225. That's 225 a week, bro. Like, that's nothing compared to what we're paying for. It's 100,000 less than we're paying Lukaku. Like,
yeah, 100,000.
it
Even if we
literally,
give him
the
the 250
wages.
he wants,
I've been telling people about the wages for fucking 3 months. Like, these wages aren't the issue. It's the fucking package when it comes to fucking the fucking agent fees. Those agent fees are almost 10 million themselves. So you're going to pay the agent as much as you're going to pay Victor for the entire year? It makes no sense.
Yeah,
That's what's been the holdup. Not
You know,
necessarily. It's that and what Napoli want in an actual fee, because we won't give them the actual fee unless it was like what they wanted in a loan. Like we were willing to loan them and give them a bigger fee in the
Yeah,
future, but since it's going to be a right now fee, he probably will take the 60 something plus Lukaku. Like,
yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
bro. You know what it is, and if we get Osimhen, yeah, people are gonna apologize to Joey because they were calling him delusional. We're not gonna get
Yes,
Osimhen. He's
100%.
going to PSG, bro. Like you can literally see we're getting him right now. We haven't gave up on him. We have not pulled out the race. We've been after him for how
we're the
long? A
only
year or
ones in
two?
the race.
Dude, we're the only. This is the thing that people need to realize. We're the only ones
Yeah,
who have what Napoli and Conte want.
Bro, we have most.
We
They want
have everything
Kepa.
in
They
our
want
hands.
Cassidy.
Cast,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
we can make
exactly.
deals for them to at least like get pieces that they need to fill in, right? And
Hmm.
give them to them on the low, and work with them, right? So they can get the pieces that they need. But we want
Exactly.
Victor. But we want Victor
We
at
want
our
Victor.
price.
Yep.
We're not gonna give. We can
Hmm.
give you other pieces for the low, bro. But give us Victor for the price we want him at, and then we move.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that's
Yep.
what
Yep.
it's looking like it's gonna happen, bro. Like I've been saying that shit. I mean, I overestimated the price. I by a lot now. I'm guessing. I bet they get him for around 50, 60, 70
Yes.
million, bro. Dead ass.
Hmm. Also, guys, remember, like and subscribe to the stream. I just got to 100. Now we're on road to 200. I appreciate it, guys. Keep liking the stream. Keep sharing it. More people
I
are gonna
think I'm
keep
like
having these
one away from
conversations.
400 right now.
Nice, guys. Come on. Also, this is another thing, by the way, in terms of talking about outgoings. We got this report earlier on in the day that Ben Chilwell is assessing his options and is frustrated with the current situation he's in.
bro.
Yeah,
Big.
Sam C reported that Manchester United were one of the teams that were interested.
Yeah.
They probably
So
will get him.
again, if we're talking about a potential Lukaku leaving and a potential Choa leaving, I see no reason then why we would have an issue with Osimhen's wages.
Kepa
Facts.
probably
Kept
is
Oscar,
leaving.
exactly. And also Kaylee, that's what I'm saying. And Cuckoo and Neto, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind Felix as much as I was again like the same way that I was with Samu. With Samu, it really made no sense because I felt like we had way too.
Yo,
If we got Victor,
thank
we had
you
way
for
too much
bringing that
cover.
up, bro.
We had way
Thank
too
you
much
for
cover.
bringing that up.
And Felix is going to hold bench, and if anybody gets injured, he subs in, and he's way better than any other sub we would have in that position. Let's be honest. You
Facts.
want to
Yeah.
bring like I'm so sorry, like as much he's levels above.
Bro,
Mudryk.
we sit
if
here and talk about Mudryk all the fucking time.
Yeah.
exactly,
About how bad this guy is. And then we get a guy who could play in the same position as Mudryk and and play better than Mudryk. We've seen it. And we complain.
exactly, agreed. And some of Gabriel A says some of these agents are parasites, bro. Like some of these agents are only there for the money, and that's the whole reason why. Because it would make a lot of sense for Osimhen to go on a loan
Hmm.
with an option to buy. Because I think like you should back yourself enough to know that like you're good enough to score goals. The issue is the agent wants his fee. Agents
Yep.
get nothing off of loans. Nothing.
Yep. Them agents are parasites, bro. They should have fucking
Yep.
ratified that deal, bro. That deal is so. They should have done that shit. They should have had a limit on how much an agent can make per deal. Like
Agreed.
there should have been a limitation, because these agents thinking that they control the world, bro, is fucking retarded, bro.
Yeah. Jonathan says most
But
likely
the thing
City
is
on loan.
it gives us the opportunity to spend money with some of these players that like Neto, for instance. If City went in for Neto and we just paid the agent fee, like we just paid more on the agent fee, the agent's gonna push for us to get him.
Yeah.
Exactly. Also, CNAX says 190 people in here and only 49 likes. Don't move like Gallagher sitting in the private airplane hangar. Hit the like button, guys. It helps me. It helps the stream. It gets more people in here. Come on, guys. Getting Felix for that price is good. That's what I'm saying. I think it's good. Yeah, his evaluation. This is the reason they wanted to go back in for him, but for 90 million, everybody's like, that's way too much. If we're not gonna get for around like 60, 50 around there, with like 35 plus the
Oh,
add-ons,
Felix?
we'll see. Yeah.
We'll get Felix for like 45 plus add-ons, bro.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 40 around there plus the add-ons.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
honestly, bro, like what the fuck is Atletico Madrid gonna do about it?
Nothing,
Yeah.
bro.
Like truly. Like let me ask you something. Let's ask these people. What can they do about it? What can they actually do
Yep.
about it? They have a guy who's just like Lukaku on their team.
Exactly.
And what do they would rather keep him? No,
And
they would never keep him.
Nope.
They were never going to keep the man.
never.
So it's like, yeah, just take the money that we give you, take the fucking Conor Gallagher Rottweiler that we give you, and go.
And business is done and settled.
Yep.
Like, no more discussions about it. Shouldn't be this difficult.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But everything is getting 40
When
million.
you say technical staff, when he says technical staff, who does he think he's talking about? Who do you think he's talking about?
Come on, bro. Come on. It might also be like, yeah, bro. It's gonna be the sporting directors like Bali and even
what's his name?
Stewart. Yeah.
The directors.
Bro,
Yep.
he was always our
Always
number
Stanley
one
and Stewart.
target. Don't let
He was always our
anybody
number
fool
one.
you.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
was always
He was
our
always
number
our
one
number one
target.
target. We've been
He was
after him
always our number one target.
always.
Everyone, don't let nobody else tell you otherwise.
No,
If they did, and they say, oh, it was Amaridian.
no.
Why is Amaridian so similar to what Victor is then?
Yeah. And we were so quick to drop him. That's
He's
what I'm
just
saying,
5
man,
years
like,
younger and 5
Yeah.
years less, 5 years more raw.
yeah.
He
Also,
hasn't
hold
been
up.
cooking he hasn't been cooking in the oven for as long.
Also, I also yeah, like Iqbali is definitely still in London. That's what we're talking about. Cause, dude, we have the Mendes here in London, and then we had the Napoli people coming here to London. Why? Because Iqbali's here. He's saying you guys are gonna come to me because I have what you want, and I'm in the position of power. That's why
What
Gallagher
I
is
told
coming
you
back
guys.
to
What did
London.
I say earlier? Even the location, them saying that
Yo,
it's
big up, Joe.
happening in London. These negotiations are happening in London. Just that in itself tells me that Iqbali won the negotiation.
Exactly.
Because you
Yeah.
don't win just one negotiation when
Nah.
you do that.
Yeah, I'm saying Oshimen Nation. We're up right now. Oshimen Nation is up, bro. Ahmed didn't think it was gonna happen, but I always said it makes too. Me and Joy said it makes too much sense. Too
Yeah.
much sense. We have too many things that they want.
So you reckon Felix gets done in the next 48 hours, and then Osimhen gets done by end of this week?
I'd say
I-
early next week.
Yeah, I think Felix is gonna get done. Like we said, like it's been reported, 48
Like
hours. Felix
Thursday.
is done. Yeah, I think we
Because
hear.
I don't think it's going to stop between me and us and Napoli at Lukaku and Osimhen.
No.
I don't think it stops there. I think it could be Kepa. I think it could be Cassidy.
Yeah.
I think it could be Dacho Fofana. I think it could be
And that's why they
Chalaba.
that's why they
I
came
think
to
it
London.
could be
That's why they
pieces.
came to London. They know it's going
Yep.
to be like Joey's saying, it's going to be multiple days of multiple different negotiations and deals. Which is why they're like, bro, we're not gonna do this over the phone, we're not gonna do this over email. Let's just get it done in person because we know it's going to be a laundry list of things that we have to go through.
Well, there's pieces they want, bro. They've already been linked with 4 or 5 different players on our team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh, what's up, Curry? Yep. Yeah, and if we get rid of Kepa again, that's like another spot that's more open that we can look at next season of getting a potential world class goalkeeper. Because I think everybody knows that Sanchez is not our long term number one. Let's be honest.
I would have. Do you know what? In all honesty, I would have kept Petrovic. I would have played him.
Yeah, the issue is like Petrovic was always going to be moved on because of the fact that he is just not good with the ball at his feet.
True.
So they might as well. I tell you, this
well,
season
they're
going to
keeping
give-
him in house from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
So apparently he was in-
said the best way to the best way to deal with the goalkeeper situation is to send Petrovic to Strasbourg for a year. Next year, sell fucking Sanchez and then bring Petrovic back. Hopefully, Jorgensen has taken the first
Yeah,
role.
hopefully.
But you reckon right now we're not going to see Jorgensen start? It's just going to be Sanchez.
I said this before. As soon as we signed Jorgensen, I said when they signed Jorgensen, this is going to be our starting goalkeeper for the season. I think it's gonna be Sanchez is gonna get 2 or 3 games. We're gonna see how shaky it is at the back. Because at the end of the day, this is my thing.
The thing is, he has not been that bad.
No, he hasn't been that bad. But this is my thing: is when we come up against Premier League level teams on Sunday, when we have their attacking line pressing us from the back line. That's what I'm saying. Man City, they are very good at that forward press.
Yeah.
We saw that in the game against them. Sanchez, in those situations, he's going to fold. He's going to make the pass that he did multiple times last season.
He's going to stress out.
He sees a defender, right? And he's going to pass it to him, even though he sees that at the defender's back, there's 2 people running to him that are about to press him. He makes that pass, which is why I'm saying Sanchez gets 2 or 3 games. We're going to see the errors stack up, and then they're going to move on to Jorgensen.
Because like he's gonna stress out in that City game on Sunday. I'm not gonna lie, he's gonna be stressed. Like he won't know what to do.
Oh, then what are we gonna do with Mike Pender, bro? I think that's a flip.
That's a flip.
That's a flip. That's a flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't gotta worry about that. That's a flip.
Yeah. Why are we worrying about that
there's
now?
it sucks that we have to go through and tell you guys that, but that's part of our
Yeah.
team right now. It's
Abdima
like,
Yeah.
says Arsene and Joe exactly has to be Kepa because they need to keep her Cassidy because they still need midfield and Lukaku don't mind. Yeah, and I mean the thing with Cassidy though is apparently like there was some news that he had failed the medical because he was injured, etc., etc. I don't know if there was any legs to that necessarily, but
really?
that's what I was seeing. I can look it up, but yeah, that's definitely what
Yeah,
I was seeing.
I didn't see anything like that. I know normally Abdimas Prime is pretty on top of that type of thing.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's right here. Apparently, he had a problem with his meniscus or something like that. He went to Fiorentina and he didn't pass his medical. That's what was being reported
Mm.
yesterday. I don't know why it didn't
Marco Van
become bigger
Ginkel
news,
all
but
over again.
yep.
Marco Van Ginkel all over again.
Wait, what is this thing? Just popped up on my thing. I can't get it.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think we're looking at we're looking at what the window is going to be finishing up as right here.
Yeah. Because I
100%.
did see a tweet where apparently Drogba and what's his name?
Yeah, I wouldn't take too much into that though. But
Yeah, the Michael thing where they were talking to Oshimen about making him trying to say that he needs to move to Chelsea. He'd be really good.
yeah, I kind of agree with Callius, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's really, I mean, youngsters who don't play regularly is probably the best way of describing it. Because I'd consider Lavia still a youngster, but he plays regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, dude, like Leslie, man, that kid can ball, bro.
Bro, that kid is
That kid can ball, son.
Yes, indeed.
That kid can ball. People were wondering why we bought Leslie Ugochukwu, bro. This kid can ball, bro.
Bro, this kid is amazing.
I don't know about like he just needs time to develop. I would love to see him get a Premier League loan this year so he can get like solid game time. But this kid can ball, man.
Do you reckon Lavia's been our best preseason player?
Yeah, I'd probably say so. Probably him and Nkuku, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nkunku's been yeah. What about Sterling? You think he's had a decent thingy?
I think same thing as always, just inconsistent.
Yeah. But we know like off the bench, he's really good like off the bench.
Yeah, Leslie and Santos are the only youngsters untouchable for sale. Yeah, it seems like we're trying to really build them up to see whether or not they make first team or that we flip them for a really good profit.
Because like you're also forgetting next summer we've got two players coming in as well to our squad.
Yeah.
That is Esteval and
the good thing with Esteval and Paez coming in to a team that is very stacked in attack is it's the same thing where they're going to have time to get used to the league, time to really learn under these elite attackers, because that's what it is. Like these kids are literally going to be coming in, both of them at 18, and they're going to be learning under Palmer, under Nkuku, under Neto. These are amazing people to be learning under.
And Esteval's a baller. I gotta say, he's a baller.
Yeah, so I'm saying like these are ballers that are going to be learning under ballers who are going to be performing at the peak of their powers at that time. So
people
it's
telling
good,
me
guys.
people telling me Esteval can't run on one with the person. He's soft as hell, brother. Then how come he scored against a 1-on-1?
Yeah, no, it's just the thing is like people don't watch
football,
the Brazilian league. They don't watch it. Yeah, they just go on SofaScore at the end and see what the person got, look at the stats and say, okay, that's it, I'm done. There's a lot of people who do that. It's like an epidemic, bro. Like they do not watch the performance. They just look at the SofaScore at the end. And yeah, it's trouble. It's trouble.
It's crazy. There might be more pies tweet, to be honest, tonight about like Felix and Oshimen.
Yeah, we're getting a ton of news. Like we know that they're working, and we even heard about this that the directors are going to be working 16-hour days. So we're going to be hearing a lot of updates
Yeah,
within the next couple of days. Like I said, 48 hours, 48 hours. Felix is done,
bro.
and we
These
know.
like, you know what? Fair play to the directors and the owners. They're making this transfer window big for us and good, signing good players. I gotta give it to them.
Yeah, I think next season, if we get Victor in, we're the next transfer window. We're looking at goalie defense and then just moving on Deadwood. That's really what it's gonna be. Like next season it's up for Sterling. It's up like really like next season's transfer window. We're gonna have to work on that defense if we don't get it done. Yeah, Gibson Johnson. We were saying this before. Like, where are the defenders? Yo, we would like to see the defenders. I think every Chelsea fan saw what we saw in the preseason. That the defense needs a proper center back that really has the ability to be like, hey, there's a runner here, organize the defense. The issue that's going to happen is unless we see Chalaba and maybe Chilwell move on, we're not going to see an elite signing for center back, as unfortunate and as much as we might want it to happen.
Yeah. Well, and even then, it's like it might be even more of like even one more center back has to go on top
Yeah.
of that.
And listen, and Joey said this earlier on Lewis streams if you guys didn't see it, but Joey was saying we need to be patient, and that's what it's gonna have to be, especially with his defenders, especially with Fofana coming back from an injury. I mean, we all saw the Fofana and the potential that he has and the level that he can reach. We're just gonna have to be patient. They're learning a new system. Fofana's coming back from injury. You know, there's a lot.
The attackers caught onto the system quicker than defenders. Like we just got to be a little bit more patient. Like we saw a better defensive display against Inter. Like overall, other than the one moment, we saw a better defensive play. Like there's nothing wrong with sitting here and saying I would like to see what the next 3 games look like.
Yeah,
Like that's literally all I'm saying. Like that's
Yeah.
literally all I'm saying is I would like to
Mhm.
see what we look like until the international break. And then if we have to make adjustments in January, then we make sales and make adjustments in
Yeah,
January. Like
exactly.
that's where I'm at with the defense right now.
The defense, yep. And this is the same thing I'm doing from saying Neto, Felix, and Cuckoo are great leaders for Paz and Esteval. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have full confidence that Paz and Esteval are finally going to come into an environment where it's not going to be like, for example, Lamine Yamal at Barca, where it's like you are literally the only thing we have, the only hope we have going for us. They're going to be able to take their time to really learn and develop their skills, which is something that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it does look like Incapié is staying because it looks like it looks like he wants to stay one more. He wants to play the Champions League with Leverkusen, which is fine. But I think if an offer comes in, he's definitely he's liable to leave.
I don't think Hincapié moves, especially with Jonathan
Yeah, me
Tah
neither.
leaving.
Oh, what's up, CJ? Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, what's good?
Was good.
Sup?
Okay, if we want to sign a center back, we need 2 center backs to leave. The clubs either have potential world class center backs for Fon and Cole, so they signed Tosin to be the experienced older player. Yeah, but unfortunately, the issue is like we're having a Cole that has come off an on and off season last season because he was injured and then he was playing left back, so it
yeah.
wasn't a good season for him. We have
Thanks to
Fofana coming
Poch.
back from a long term injury, which even CNAC has said before that is going to take a while for him to get back to a high level of fitness.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of this is why Joey said we have to be patient. And this is the thing, guys. We are going to have an elite midfield, an elite attack, and we're going to have patience with the defense because as much as we might like our defenders and rate them, they are not world class. We do not have a world class defense. We do not
They're
have a
all
world class
young.
goalkeeper.
They're all with like mid-tier defenders. Really, like something really like against them in the sense is just
Exactly. And Nathan brings up a good point. We need a new center back partnership chemistry first. And that's something
Well,
that we're
we
gonna
don't
have
even
to
know what
do.
see. People are jumping to the conclusions that we need a center back, right? But we don't even know what our center back partnership is at this current moment.
No, we don't know.
Like, so how
I
do
think
we
it's
know? How do we know we need a center back? A center back if we don't know what our partner is? Like,
I'm going
if
to
we
go
haven't even
through.
tried for the partnerships that we have.
Yep. All right, let's see. Let's go through the fixture list. So let's see. Against Madrid, we had Badiashile and Colwell, right, as the center backs. So that's who we had against Real Madrid. And then against Inter, we had Colwell and Fofana, right? We had Colwell and Fofana and Cucurella because Gusto was inverting. And then against City, where we lost 4-2, we had Colwell and Tosin starting. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's exactly what we're talking about. They trying to figure it out. and it's gonna take time to build the chemistry and find the pairing that works the best for what we're going through at the moment. It's gonna take time, guys, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to have that patience because with the way that the things are moving, it seems like it's not going to, be happening quickly.
Cool.
Yep, we will see how we show ourselves versus Manchester City.
Not
I
really
mean,
my problem anymore. I'm not fucking sorry. I'm talking out
no, it's
loud
all good.
about work.
It's all good. It's all good. Fofana and Tosin seems like my partnership. Yeah. I don't know why people are crying out for a CB this window, not being patient. I was saying we have to be patient. Like I would understand if we were signing like an elite center back. Like what I would
Have
hate.
we even seen enough of Tosin to be able to be like, this guy's not good enough? Like,
Yeah. We
I
still have
guess
Disasi, remember? Yeah, I mean we still have Disasi as well as another option. Our center backs look better in the back four than the back three. Yeah, I mean even last season though in the back four, like there was still moments. Like there's very clearly we need an upgrade in the defense, or we just have to give them time to get back to a level. Like I said, Colwell was an up and down season with injuries and with playing left back. Fofana's coming back from a long term injury. It is a lot. Colwell the common denominator from those 3 games. Exactly. And to be fair, David, that's exactly why Colwell has been the one that people have been mostly crashing it on because he's been there for 3 games and we've seen errors in his game in all of those 3 games. It is what it is.
I don't know though. I feel like a hint of Christensen with Colwell right now. You know what I'm saying? Remember back in the day, I can't remember the game. I think it was against like a West Ham or something. Christensen was pretty young. And Mikel Antonio just like ragdolled homie for like the entire game, bro. And like afterwards, fucking John Terry came out, said that he needs to be more aggressive. Everyone was coming out saying he needs to be more aggressive. And then eventually he did become more aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we as Chelsea fans should sit here. Should sit here and sit here and give some of these deep defenders patience.
Mm-hmm. Also, look,
in the end, right?
Update.
In the end, the best defenders that we've ever had, we've given patience to.
100%.
The best defenders that we've ever had at this club, we've given patience to. Okay? Like, as much as you guys don't want to hear it, that's what it is. JT wasn't good when he first started. Christensen and Rudiger were not good when they first started. Thiago Silva's pass against West Brom haunts me till this day. Like guys, we crashed on all these defenders at one point. Maybe some of you are too young to be crashing on John Terry when he first came through. But even JT when he first came through, he was making big mistakes. Like
Jonathan brings up a good point. John Stones is a perfect example how experience builds a center back. Yep.
John Stones is a fantastic example.
Fantastic example, Jonathan. Very great.
Like John Stones in a better system, coming from Everton.
Yep.
Who most of us thought he was a liability, goes to City and becomes one of the best center backs in the league.
Correct. Yep. And now look at the level that he's at, and that's what I'm saying. It takes time to build it. And this is the thing. Unlike with attacking positions, it takes a longer time to be very good defensively and build the experience defensively.
Yeah, I mean, we crashed out on Christensen hard. I remember people were crashing out on Christensen like 5-6 years ago. Hard. Like the Sarri days. Just in the Sarri days. I can just go back to Sarri. I remember they were crashing on Christensen.
All right, guys. I got to head out, but I'll see you lot in a bit.
Yeah, I got to get here in about 10 minutes myself. In less than 10 minutes myself.
Yeah, guys.
Big up the panel and big up everyone.
Big up. All right, guys. This just came in, Joey, by the way. We got an update. It says previously Chelsea were only offering a loan with an option, but are now open to reactivating the loan with obligation, plus offer Lukaku to conclude the deal.
Well, boys, look at that. That's the window right there from the looks of it. Iqbali came in and clutched the window out. And
it is what it big boy Iqbali.
It looks like that's what's going to end up being.
Mm-hmm. As I say, we predicted it was always going to be a loan with an obligation to buy next year. Yep, Optimus Prime. That's what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And we will buy him permanently. Don't mind the smart business. Let's go. Oshimen Nation, you won. Yep.
Yeah, Joe, you know one thing I'll say about the defenders is like when Buddy Ashile first came to the club, like that first season, he was looking good. Hence why they had that song like Todd Bowley went to France, came back with a
Yep.
Lambo or some shit like that,
Yep.
right? And then obviously he got injured, didn't really have like the consistency, and then he's been looking real shaky. But I think these guys they can really do with the experience. And unfortunately, it's like they look like they didn't learn nothing when they played when they played alongside Thiago Silva. Like
Nah,
that's
I
somebody
wouldn't
you
say that
shouldn't.
that's the case, man. It's once again, you guys, it's crashing out on players way too early before they have an opportunity to
Look,
even show
yeah,
you
yeah, look
on
at Morning Zombie's
when a
comment.
game actually matters. You know what I'm saying? Like before
Yeah.
they even have the opportunity to show you when a game actually matters. Like if you guys go the next if we go the next 3 games, we having the same issues. I'll stand right by you guys. You know what I'm saying? But like I saw and I'm a defender. Okay, guys, like you guys know this. I played left back most of my time playing football. Okay, like you
Yep.
guys know this. The defense looked way better structurally. We didn't get hit with the ball over the top, not once.
Yeah.
Not one time did we get hit with the through ball. Not once. They got passers on that team. Not once we get hit with the through ball.
Yeah.
Okay. We only let
Mhm.
up one opportunity, and the shot that was made in that opportunity was a cracker. Like it's not like he didn't score
Exactly.
he scored top bins, top right corner, top bins. Like what do you like? Like if he has even if Cole puts his foot out and dives and misses, right? Which is what most of us would have at least wanted from him.
Mm-hmm.
That ball was still going top bins.
Yes, sir.
Like
There's only so much that could have done.
yeah, it's only so much. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of the game. Can someone remind me of any other real opportunities that really happened in that game
Nah, man, I can't think of any real
that
ones, to
they
be honest.
had?
Yep.
It's like Maresca said, this is why I think this is not working. He went and implemented
Yep.
it, and it looked better
Correct.
after one game.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna give him a bit more time to try to see if he can keep that consistently up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And this is the thing that we've talked about it before, that like this season is not going to be decided by our attack. We know we're going to score so many goals and that we're going to dominate a lot of teams. The issue is when we are in the tougher games, is our defense going to be able to hold on to a result? If we, for example, it's been a tough game, low block, we get the 1-0 go ahead at like the 80th minute. Will our defense not cough up in air?
Bro, you
Because
bring in more defensive substitutions, man.
we saw last season, we were coughing up them airs left and right. As unfortunate as that is.
But if you looked at last season too, we kind of struggled more so with when it came to like set pieces, which is something we've definitely addressed this summer. So
Yeah.
I hope to see some more improvement when it comes to that area.
Mhm.
Um, but I think these like the guys we have, like Joey said, it's gonna take some time, but they just have to really want it that
Yeah.
badly enough. Like I don't see any of them almost like being leaders on that pitch and like communicated enough.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
that's my
Well,
thing.
the problem
Communicate.
was with that is honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. The problem is with that is like the two guys that I think would be the best communicators in that back line are Towson and Disasi.
Yes.
Everybody else kind of seems more
The
on the
thing is, like,
quiet side of things,
you know what it is too?
and that's
Like the thing with
okay.
Disasi is
But
Disasi's
you
aggressive.
have
He's
to
an
have
aggressive center back.
one and the other, right? You have to have the communicator, and
What's up,
because
Brian?
the communicator brings like the communication out of the other guy too. So if you got a guy that's yelling, like
Yeah, it's
like
tough.
the guy that's gonna be, and that's why I got to play center back for games, because the guy that
Yep.
was a communicator for us, he played center back, and I was
Yeah.
a communicator as well.
It's called
So it's
having
like,
having a marshal in the defense that like
yep,
rallies
for
people, that
us,
puts them into
he
position,
played.
you know? That's where the important is. All right, before you leave, Joey, hold up. I want to get your thoughts on this because we're gonna do this real quick since you're gonna leave. Everybody, while I'm getting this set up, like and subscribe. Come on, guys. All right. All right. There we go. Cool. What are we looking at for our lineup for City? What are we thinking?
Nico.
I'm thinking Nico as well. Nico up top.
Cole right.
You think where?
Cole right.
Cole right.
And Kuku right center midfield.
Okay.
Enzo Lavia. Yeah, I mean, I think it will be Mudryk. I think, just based off of how much time he played yet in the other game.
Yep. Mhm.
As much as I don't want it to be.
Yeah.
Well, at least we'll see Neto probably pretty early, if it is
Yeah.
if it is Mudryk. Yeah, I think that's probably that's it right there. I mean, it's gonna be Levi in the center, by the way, and I would probably say Wesley. I hope it's Tolson. I hope
think
it's
this.
Tolson on the
To
right.
be honest, though, with the way that they've been setting up, like Colbo's been played every game. Like they're playing him
Mhm.
center back, guaranteed. And I think Fofana's gonna be here. I can't lie. I think they're playing Fofana.
I think Buddy Ashile starts instead of Cucurella though,
Nope,
No shot.
no chance.
No shot. Yeah.
where he plays the left center back role.
No chance. Absolutely no chance.
Yeah, there's absolutely no chance, unfortunately. Sterling over Mudryk. I mean, the thing with Sterling over Mudryk is I could see it happening, but it's like for me that's the most 50-50. Like Sterling or Mudryk, both like whether they start. You know what? To be fair though, you know what? I think Maresca might start Sterling over just because last season Sterling's one of like Sterling's best games came against City. Let's be honest.
That's true. He does cook Kyle Walker.
He cooks
so we
against
could,
City, so I think you know what? To be I think it's Sterling.
yeah,
I think it's
I'll
Sterling.
take that.
Mhm.
I'll take that as the
Forget,
lineup. Yep.
forget Nani. I forgot Palmer's ready to start. My apology. Yeah, that's fine, Abdul. That's what I'm saying. Caicedo, I think for me, Caicedo's coming off the bench. I think this is
Yep.
like a second half sub.
First person off the bench.
I think this is a Lavia's switch.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot. This is also, by the way, another one that could go either way.
Mm-hmm. Or
But-
it could be Enzo. Either way.
It depends. You know what? This is the thing too. Is it depends on how the game is going. If Enzo's having a poor
And
game,
I think KDH could be the replacement for Enzo too,
it depends because I think it could also
depending
be
on
like
how the game's going, of course.
exactly. If we're having a poor game and we're getting overrun in midfield, I could see the first thing Enzo coming
So
off.
I
and
want to
Caicedo
show you
coming on.
something, okay? I want to show you what the formation actually is.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do something for you that you don't that you're not that I'm gonna actually show you what the formation actually is. Moving Cuckoo to the middle as if he was a 10.
Yep.
Move Lavia into a 6, center 6. Move Cole, move Gusto into almost a roaming 8. Same with the right there, and then
It's like a diamond.
Yep, like there, and
Mhm.
there's the diamond, and
Yep.
that's the formation, actual formation.
That's how this is how we're gonna
This
be
is the actual formation.
in possession. This is
Because
it
what
looks
can
like.
happen here with it this way is Cole has a license to go inside and Gusto has the license to go outside. You see what
Mhm.
I'm saying? In overlap. Where if you have them in like that pivot, then you Gusto is strictly inside. You see the difference?
Yeah. Killer AMC says
All right,
it's
I
gonna
gotta
be
go, boys.
All
Take
right,
it easy.
see you, Joey. See you. Killer AMC says if you want to be more honest, it's gonna be Palmer coming into midfield and Gusto coming up on the wing with Enzo sliding into pivot with a Kuku on the right. Yep. Sterling normally plays well against Kyle Walker. Yeah, that's why we said it. To be honest, it's gonna be Sterling and Kuku striker. Nah, man. I think that false sign in Kuku game like showed him that it just doesn't work with the way the team is set up. Now, do you guys think he's the second or first one off our bench because he's practiced today? I think Neto's gonna come on second half. I'm agree with you. I think there is gonna be the same thing with Caicedo because when we signed Caicedo, he came on second half as a sub and that's how he had his debut. Lavia starting versus City, yeah, 100% Lavia starting versus City. Enzo and Kuku and Enzo's a risk. Nathan, can you elaborate on that? I'd love to know why you think Nkuku and Enzo is a risk because I think with Lavia and Gusto we probably would have enough cover, and you guys are gonna remember that Palmer does a lot more defensive work than Nani. Nani does not track back as much or press as much as Palmer does. Palmer is willing to go into these foot races over here, on the right hand side. Gusto was actually on wing against Inter with Palmer sliding where Gusto was, yeah. But I think that's because in the second half, you started to see like the team, this formation started to break down a bit, and the game was a lot more fluid. R.I.P. left side, Sterling Cuckoo, bro.
Bro, but you know what's so like encouraging about this whole like summer we've had? If you
Yeah, what's up?
compare like the bench we have now to some of the options we had last year or
Oh,
did not
100%.
have last year, like that's a major improvement.
Yeah, I could show you literally an image, by the way, guys. And I brought this up on plenty streams because I need people to understand. Also, Jojo's right. 150 people watching. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. 142 people in here. And Kuku and Enzo both hustle onto defense. They're not liabilities. That's why I wanted him to kind of. I wanted Nathan to elaborate a bit. I thought that he was pretty fine. You guys got the starting right. Felix Castillo still not match fit. Perfect. So question one, that'll be first off the bench or second. I think he's gonna. I think these two are gonna come on at the same time. We're with you. I think Caicedo and him come up. Luis Hermano, big up. Yo, big up. Lavia has been so pivotal for Chelsea throughout the preseason. He fits that role Maresca's playstyle. I agree. I think that, like Lavia and Enzo are going to be like Gusto and Nkuku are the ones like attacking a lot more. Lavia's going to be spraying passes like he was doing before. Um, but yeah, give me 1 second and I'm gonna bring up this image. And I'm gonna bring up these images because this is what our bench used to look like um for the season. So people understand like what the reality was. So this is yeah, okay. There's that. All right.
No lie,
Okay,
I could
guys.
definitely see him starting Noni just because Palmer
Mhm.
potentially might not be risked off the rip. Like he only had that half hour, kind of cameo, and you again, it might be a big risk to just play him.
Yep.
And Noni's kind of had, as preseasons go, he had like 4 or 5 goals and assists in as many games. Like he definitely had a
Mhm.
good preseason. So I wouldn't see
Okay.
Noni. Like it wouldn't be crazy seeing him start ahead of Palmer and then Palmer coming
Yep.
in the second
At a
half.
certain point in our season, by the way, that this was the injury list and this was our bench. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in for you guys. Here, this is what was happening last season, guys. This is when I tell you that I don't mind Felix sitting on the bench. This is because this was our bench last season. We won this game against Tottenham. God knows how, but we won this game. So we went into the game. Chilwell injured, Carney injured, and Cuckoo injured. Enzo, Leslie, Colwell, Gusto, Raheem, James, Sanchez,
Fafana.
Lavia, Silva, Fofana. And look at our bench, bro. Desasi, Cassidy, Ted Kurd, Bettinelli, Achimpong, Gilchrist, Dyer, Washington, George. This was our bench. This is why when we say that we don't mind Felix coming on for depth, and this is why this is exactly to your point, by the way, where you're saying, look at this bench right here versus what our bench looked like last season. And that's why I'm thinking Joao deal is useless to be honest. And this is exactly showing you why the Joao deal is not useless. Because what happens, right? If we get an injury to Neto, what happens if we get an injury to Nkuku? We have somebody, for example, Nkuku gets injured, we can slot in Felix. Felix plays in the same spots that Nkuku wants to play in. I don't think he has the same output as Nkuku, but in terms of would we rather put, for example, last season, you know who was playing in Nkuku's spot? Gallagher. That's what we had. So you're telling me like, oh, instead of having Gallagher subbing in for Nkuku, you can have Felix subbing in for Nkuku. I'm 100% more fine with that. I'm 100% fine with that. All right, guys.
But then
What are we?
RSM, like I'm confused because this was kind of like the same conversations we had on Lewis's channel, and there was like a lot of kickback on it.
I think the reason why is because people were saying that they were disagreeing with the fact that we are even in for either Samu or Felix at all, because people disagree with the way that we are building the squad. I think given that we can do nothing, like for me, like the fact that we're getting Felix is a given. I'm trying to see the positive in it. With Samu, for example, I was against it because I did not see what Samu could give to the first team right now this season when we need it. I couldn't see what he gave to the team, which is why I was against it. But now when we talk about Felix, right, I can see what Felix can do coming off the bench.
And I agree with you because again, Samu was never someone I rated anyway, and for you to look bad in your comps was kind of crazy to me.
It's crazy,
Like comps are
like
meant to make you look good, but it was a very weird thing because it was kind of all tied into one situation, and we're not going to
mm-hmm.
revisit that here, but it's like when you have the quality of like someone like a João Felix coming into your team,
Yep.
why would you then worry about like someone else's position. Like if you're good enough, you're going to play. If you don't perform, then you don't play.
Yeah,
Like I think
I'm
it
down
should
for the
be really.
competition, man. I'm down for the competition.
I really think it should be as simple as that. But I guess people see it a different way, which is fair too.
Yeah, I think the reason that there was so much pushback on Lewis's stream was because there was a lot of people that were just upset about the direction that the club has been going in this transfer window, point blank, period. And like for them, Felix was like emblematic, right? He was like the perfect image of why they are so against the way that we are moving in the market.
So basically, Felix is like the
It's the
icing on top
why.
of the cake for them.
Exactly. It's like the why are we signing this one for them? We need a center back goalie, which I agree with. Center back goalie striker, we need. But at the end of the day, like I am not in the board of directors. Like I can be upset about it, but at least with Felix, I feel like we're getting. I don't think it's great. Again, I agree with the fact that they were saying this is adding to a bloated squad. But for me, I'd rather add Felix to a bloated squad than add Samu Meridian to a bloated squad. And that's as far as I go with it. I'm not gonna say this is an excellent sign. This is amazing. I'm so happy he's back. He's gonna be starting every game. I disagree with that fundamentally. I don't think it's gonna happen. Can you imagine Felix and Gallagher be in the airport, brother? It'll be so funny. It'll be the same private jet. I'm telling you, Gallagher's private jet is going to land in Madrid, and then that same jet is going to take Felix to London. It's gonna be hilarious, bro. Oh, let's see. Enzo defending vertical is bad, but horizontal is good, like side to side. Um, I think it depends, to be honest, because I've seen him sometimes last season get burned, like right here in this area, right here, in this area, right here. He's People have gotten by him, but again, that could be just hernia attacks. We don't know because he was injured. He was injured. Let's see. CNF says we need to focus on keeping goals out of our net, then invert away. I agree, by the way, and I said this before. What is going to decide our season is how quick we can get the defense patterned up. That's what's going to decide our season. You tell me, look at this front line. You tell me, look at the attackers we have, and tell me I'm going to worry about scoring goals. I'm not. I do not care about scoring goals because it's going to happen for fun. It's going to happen for fun with this team. The issue is going to be if we're in a tough game, right? We pull away 2-0. We can't have the defense, for example, contributing a goal because they mess up, and then the other team scores a well-deserved goal. And now instead of winning the game, we tied it. We can't be doing that. We can't be doing that. I think our midfield is weak with Nkuku in it. Nathan, I listen. I said, can you explain why? Because I think this is fine. I don't think we're necessarily Morning Zombie. It'll take time, especially with young center backs. That's what we were saying. Our pressing is so sporadic. I agree, by the way, that in preseason, especially at the beginning, when the times when we initiated our press was so poor. That's also why this ball right here kept coming from here to over the top in this area because they would press and then immediately leave a space behind because there would be a defender here so that they could play the through ball and it wouldn't be offside. So I agree that our pressing has been sporadic, but hopefully with the training session, because now it would be 2 weeks of full-on training session of having the week to do training sessions. Hopefully that's a lot more clamped up. The more matches played, the better we'll become. I agree, but that's what I'm saying. How good we will become is important when that happens. If it happens after December, it's looking rough for finishing top 4 and getting Champions League. If we are able to pattern it within maybe the first month, a month and a half, then we have a really good shot at maybe making top 4. Why are people writing off Jorgensen already? I don't know, Kayla. I already said this too, by the way, and I'm gonna repeat it one more time. When we bought Jorgensen, I said this is going to be our starting goalkeeper for the season because Sanchez has too many bozo moments to the point where Maresca's going to be like, I'm no longer willing to risk us losing points by playing Sanchez. No matter how much slightly better he may be, for example, than playing the ball than Jorgensen. It's the same reason why we play Petrovic. Mourinho would cook with the squad. I found Galadog's jet on Flight Radar. Jonathan, if you did, that's hilarious, man. I can't lie. Big up, bro. I love your content, so unique with the graphics, etc. Love from Algeria. Yo, love to Algeria, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I make all the graphics myself. I try my best to make it unique, to make it different, so people see a unique style on my channel. I prefer Villa on the left because he's strong and aggressive. I agree, by the way. I think this is my issue that I have with Cucurella that was happening last season towards the end of the 5-game win streak that we ran. Because again, you win 5 games, people are like, oh, wool goes over the eyes. But the problem that I have with Cucurella is that because he always wants to invert, he's going to naturally, if he's not very rigid, right, with his defensive structure, he's going to naturally start drifting into the middle. And there's this massive space right here that is going to be taken advantage of by wingers. So he needs to be very regimented and not moving forward if Gusto is in the midfield. If Gusto is tracking back, then maybe yeah he can come back forward a little bit, but it's gonna be dangerous. Enzo will play in the pivot and Kuku on the left, Palmer at 8, Palmer on the right, and Gusto as right wing. I could see that. Enzo in the pivot within Kuku on the left, Palmer on the right, and Gusto's right wing. Probably something like this. You're saying? Yeah, I could see that for sure, for sure, for sure. Especially when we're moving the ball forward. That back three is whack, brother. That's what we're saying. Like as of right now, like Fofana, we still have a lot of hope for because of the level that we saw him hit. But he's coming back from a long injury. It's gonna be tough. His work rate sucks for an 8. Yeah, I guess, but he's not going to be playing as an 8 in this game. It's going to be this diamond formation, so he's going to be more of a 10 playing right behind the striker, and that's where Nkuku works the best. So, big ups. I thought I was already subbed. I am now. Love the channel perspective. Yo, Ziggy, thank you. Thank you for the sub, guys. Yo, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. Uh, God, please give me the Sassy and Viega partnership. I don't think the Sassy has even played yet for us. He's still recovering from the injury, but it'll be nice to see because he's along with Viega. By the way, I think those are the two most aggressive center backs that we have. Whereas we saw in the last couple of games, Colwell, Fofana are like they love to just stick to the runner and just stick by them, but not put in their leg or put in their body try to boom. RSM, I'm Ecuadorian as well. In compared to the last thing we need at Chelsea, he's still 22 and not great at playing out the back. We need someone like Instrument Paz, experienced center back. I don't think my thing is I don't think he has to focus too much on playing out of the back because he's not going to be the one inverting in the midfield, but he can definitely do a job. At least I think he'll do way better than the people that we have now. Anderson from Palace, experienced center back. Yeah, agreed. Last game, don't you think we saw a different thing? The shape was more of a 4-2-3-1. Gusto's moving a lot on the right side, same with Cucurella when we attack. A 4-2-3-1. Um, the thing is like, it depends. Like we had a 4-2-3-1 more so when we weren't in possession, but when we're in possession and we're attacking and we're trying to move the ball, this is like it's a diamond shape in the midfield. It's either a diamond or a square. Like it sometimes this is been different in the preseason, but it's we've oscillated between having this square and then having a diamond shape like this. Because this is way more offensive, by the way. This is a very offensive because Nku's playing right behind the striker, and we have Gusto way more up in the midfield. Viego, Fofana, Disasi back three. So Viega on the left, Fofana here, Disasi here. My issue with Disasi here is that we saw last season. I think Disasi is a bit slow in coming out of the back. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see with that one. Gusto will hold the width, and Palmer will drift in.
See,
I
I
see
was
what you mean.
gonna
I see what you
argue
mean.
for Dasasi being just as slow as Silva. Only difference is Silva's positioning is so elite
Is elite.
that
Yes.
even though he's not as pacey, he's always almost in the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And Dasasi would just get us murdered on that side. So
Yeah, I agree. This is the thing. This is what I saw last season. Disasi is very slow to get back. Like he's very good. For example, defending corners in the box. He's very physical and he's great. But leaving him like isolated in these one-on-ones, like I don't know, man. I feel like he's liable to get drifted. All the way, Jonathan. I see what you're saying. Like Palmer drifts in, and then we have this little partnership going. I get it. Like Palmer gets the ball. He does a 1-2. Gusto here. Palmer moves up. Gusto gives the ball. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think this is starting formation, but yeah, you're right. Like this is definitely going to be interchanging a lot. How will the new center back be put in the squad? The Argentinian Anselmin. Anselmino is going to be like not integrated into the squad immediately. Like, he's back with Boca Juniors. Like that's a problem we're gonna have to worry about very far into the future. DJ Sab, big up, bro. First time here to support your channel. Talk all about the club we all love, Chelsea FC. Yes, thank you, thank you. Drop that like, drop that subscribe. I appreciate it. Shout out to my Ecuadorians. Yes, sir, of course. Let's be honest. Nkuku's a utility player. He has always mostly played as subs for previous clubs. That's true, but I think we literally bought him to be, a starting player, and I think he has the technical ability to see that. I mean, if we look at preseason, he's scored a ton of goals in the preseason games. I think he's playing very, very well. And this is the thing, like if we get Felix, for example, and Kuku's not playing well, if Felix is playing better, he just takes over. This is the thing with having competitiveness in the squad. You're able to do things like that. I think we see outgoings by Friday or Saturday. I agree, by the way. And I think the first outgoing we're going to see is that Gallagher, that Atleti signs, he leaves, and then we're going to see Lukaku going. So Oshimen and Felix coming in. Your thoughts? Big up to the comments. My thoughts are we're going to see 48 hours Felix come in, and then we're going to see Lukaku leave maybe Friday, Saturday, and then we're going to get Sunday, Monday after the game. Probably big news on Oshimen. Would love to see Vega play more as LB first. By the way, yeah, I agree. Like that game, him going LB and the way he was so much more aggressive on the ball, not giving um Humphreys time to think on the crosses was great. I love to see that. Jinlo Kearney, what is going to happen? What is going to happen to wait? Let me. All right, what is going to happen? Is our center back going to look all poor like that all season due to lack of off the ball players? You will all blame the CBs instead of recognizing the issue. Um, I mean, we'll see as the season progresses because I think at the end of the day, like if we feel that we are too defensively frail, I think this is what's gonna happen. Like you're gonna see Lavia because I think I love Lavia, but Lavia does not do the man-to-man press and the man-to-man tackles as good as Caicedo does. Let's be honest. I think offensively, like he is as right now is of equal level with Caicedo because I think they both have very good passing, but defensively, I don't think he can touch Caicedo. If Felix comes, you'd probably play on the left, Neto on the right, Palmer in the middle, and Kuku as a striker. No. No. Nkuku's not playing as a striker. Nkuku's playing centrally as a 10, and then Palmer, something like this, or they're switching off. I don't think it's gonna happen. Nkuku's a serious top tier. That's what I'm saying, Zombie. I think he's top. The news of conversations contract. What excellent news. That's yeah. We talked about it at the beginning of the stream, man. That's excellent because everybody was saying like all the Manchester United fans were celebrating. Oh, he's gonna spend the one season at your club, then he's gonna come to ours. Man, forget that, bro. He's trying to win trophies. We have to keep possession 6% of the
That
time to protect the odds. Wait, what were you saying?
that conversation didn't even make any sense because it's like if he's gonna leave us for a team, wouldn't it just be a team that is probably performing much better than the both of us? Why would you leave Chelsea to go to United? Like it's really not that much of like a professional development or a jump anyway because we're
Yeah.
both bad right now either way.
The only reason they believe that is because Palmer was a Man U fan growing up. But like I need to get into it. He was a Man U fan growing up. He went to Man City's academy. He played for Man City. Like, come on, guys. Yeah, you guys gotta grow up. Yeah, Kaylee's like Kaylee says, like the video, like the video. Broya is linked to Stuttgart. When do you think he leaves? The next 18 days. Like he's banished, bro. He has to go. You can't play Kuka as a starter for 3 games in a row. He's lightweight and gets injured. Correct. Correct. That's why I think in some games we're going to see him come off the bench. We're going to see this right here. Then we're going to see probably Neto on the right or the left. And if Neto is on the left, then you're gonna see Nani. You're gonna see Nani on the right, Neto on the left, Palmer essentially for when we don't want to risk Nkuku where he has a knock or something like that. I think that's what it might look like. Is Disasi injured? Why are we not seeing him? Yeah, Disasi's coming back from an injury and he hasn't played any PCC games, so he has a lot of match fitnesses to catch up on. I think he's going to play the Conference League playoffs. We saw Caicedo and Enzo as a pair though, and until they played with Gallagher, they left so much vacant space. We lack a space eater in midfield. Anyways, we can come back to this. Yeah, I mean we can come back to it as the season goes. I think to be honest, the big reason why we saw that happen is because Gallagher, and this is my issue with Gallagher, is Gallagher played as a 10, but he would literally be at times pressing higher than Jackson. So what happens when a team plays out of the back, gets past Gallagher and Jackson? You know how only you had only Enzo and Caicedo in the midfield. You had an Enzo with a hernia, so he was not quick with getting back. And then you had Caicedo like 1-on-3 or 1-on-2 at times with the defense behind him. It was rough. It was rough, and I don't think Gallagher necessarily fixes that. And also, I think with this system, you're not going to see a pivot of Caicedo Enzo. It's this diamond formation or a square formation, with Enzo being higher up than Caicedo.
But my only fear is that this coach might not really. Again, I know good coaches typically work on their plan A, so it's so much better.
Yeah,
But the problem is, what if the performances are not looking right? How do you change that? Do you still stick to this inverted nonsense? Do you go back to like, fullbacks, have some width, or do we just stick with this shit till like it just
no, yeah.
makes
So what we
sense?
got told, from Leicester fans is that he is very stubborn. And he's not going to change the system. So if we're getting exposed defensively, what I think you're going to see is instead of doing this diamond formation, we're going to see this. We are going to see this. Hold up, my bad. You're going to see this right here. We're going to see Enzo probably dropped and Lavia started because Lavia is a lot more physical than Enzo is.
But
And if
Lavia
it's
is not really the best profile to play in that. If anything, you could switch him and Caicedo around.
yeah, you're right,
I don't.
100%. Yes.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
you're
see
right. You're right. You're right.
Lavia's.
Yeah, but this, for example, this I think solidifies is a lot more solid defensively than Enzo
Hmm.
because Enzo also likes to like crash the box and like look for shots around here,
Hmm.
whereas Caicedo and Lavia like tend to hang back around here. Like the only time Lavia really goes up the field is if he's already brought into the play. You feel me? Like if he's following the play. But
Yeah.
Enzo naturally just drifts into the box. Yeah, if we're struggling defensively, we're not going to see the diamond formation. We're going to see something like this.
I mean, the
But
diamond
he's not
formation
letting go
did
of the
kind of look a
factory.
lot better against Inter Milan, though,
Yeah.
because he played that diamond against Inter, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And we looked a bit better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think we look better just because I think they had a full week of training, and that's what I was saying. I was looking for the Inter game. I was looking for a level up from what we saw against Real Madrid and City, and it looked like the training sections. The training sessions had good effect. But yeah, Jackson on the left. If we get Osimhen, yeah, they're not playing. Mariska's already said he sees Jackson as a striker only, and Kugu Defo is a baller, but off the bench. We could see. We could see. I hope our players try some long shots against Ederson. I agree, by the way, but we are definitely going to see long shots. You know why? Because we have Nkuku and we have Palmer, and they love doing the little finesse curveballs from the outside of the box. Maresca needs quick results. If not, fans will turn on him quickly. I'm already doubting this inverting nonsense, but I'm telling you, yeah, well, like these first 5 games are going to be very important. Not only because we don't want Maresca and the fans to turn on him, but because of the fact that we have a very very ugly schedule following the first 5. We're looking at Liverpool. We're looking at Newcastle. We're looking at United. And then there's one more in there that I'm forgetting, which is also going to be a very tough team. Jackson has to hold bench. He doesn't have the simply central winger on the left. Yeah, he's going to hold bench. When Gusta inverts, he's more like a C cam winger, so Enzo needs to drop a little and be close to the 6 so we don't get bypassed. Agreed, by the way. Yeah. And that's what Joey was saying, that like it's probably going to be something more like this. Like with Enzo being the same thing. And I agree, by the way, like Enzo has to have the defensive discipline where if Gusto's the one attacking the space, he has to hang back. He can't also follow him because like you said, then we have this space open here. He has to hang back a little, which is fine by me because Enzo I think as a deep line playmaker is what we all wanted to see last season. Yeah, Nani right, Neto left, Palmer mid, and Osimhen up front. Damn, that's cooking. But I'm telling you, our offense next season is cooking. I have no issues with it. It's just the backline defense, how quickly we can get it
You-
set up.
This kind of reminds me of when we first signed Ziyech, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, and we really thought we were
Mm.
about to cook. And
Ye-
somehow, bro,
Nah, man.
we didn't
Nah.
cook with that team.
For me personally, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I always was against the Timo signing. I always said he was a pace merchant, bro. I never wanted him to play. I said he was a pace merchant, and I thought we didn't need more of that. We needed more technical ballers in the team. So with Timo, I was always like, nah. But at least the thing is, at least with Palmer, we have an entire full season to know that he's not. Like, I doubt he has like such a massive fall off. Yes, but Maresca has shown that he is flexible. I've seen a couple tweaks in the preseason. Yeah, he has shown that he's flexible, but I don't think he's flexible. I think in terms of the midfield, in terms of like whether this is a diamond or whether it's like a square. Um, but I don't think he's gonna completely go to like, yeah, let's abandon the back three. Let's abandon the inverting, um, fullback. I don't know. I don't see him. Yeah, when Lavia won the penalty, exactly. When Lavia won the penalty, he was brought into the play. He followed the play and then was right here. Why not try Enzo deeper in the midfield? That's what I'm saying. Like if Gusto moves up, Enzo deep line playmaker right there, perfect. Let Caicedo and Lavia run the pitch box to box. That's exactly what me and CJ were saying. Where if we're seeing our defense get bypassed and we feel like we're too defensively fragile, Lavia and Caicedo as box to box, very aggressive. They're gonna track back. It's gonna look good. Put Enzo at the bottom of the diamond, maybe. See, the thing with Enzo, if the Enzo's at the bottom of the diamond, that means he's like lone six in front of the defense, and I don't trust him there. I trust Lavia more or Caicedo. Jono says, love the Neto signing. Obviously, he has ridiculous potential. Felix on the other hand has had 3 previous failed stints at big club. When was the last time someone flopped 3 times and succeeded at Chelsea? No, and I don't think. By the way, I don't think Felix coming here is going to succeed. I think he's just going to be a bench option. I think he is going to just like make movies in the conference league and that's it. I already said this as soon as the Felix thing was saying. Everybody's freaking out like where does he fit? He doesn't fit anywhere because he's not touching the Sunday like Premier League Sunday Saturday starting 11. He's not seeing it ever unless there's like massive injuries. I think we beat City, bro. I hope we beat City. Like that if we beat City, it gives Maresca so much time and goodwill to figure things out. It'll give so much patience for the fan base, but bro, it depends on how asleep City is. I feel Felix will be at 11 or 19. We'll see, man. We'll see. I think next 24, 40 hours are key, though. Havertz Werner won the UCL, brother. I'm going to be so real with you. Like, Havertz Werner was not the reason that we 100% won that Champions League. It was the defense. It was Conte. Let's be honest. And it was also Tuchel. Like his coaching was elite. He set up amazing against every team. It wasn't the attack though. It's not like we were blitzing teams like 4-0, 3-0. We were super aggressive and high scoring. No, we were solid in the back. We had clean sheets. People were not able to get by our midfield and our defense. And that's what won us the UCL at the end of the day. It was more the defense that won it. Yeah, it's exactly what I was saying. Imagine if we get Felix too. Damn, that's better than City's attack. I think it's a lot of depth, man. Felix was at 10. I mean, yeah, I see. I don't remember any inverting against Inter though. Yeah, we did have an invert. Gusto was coming like right here. Um, we had a decent amount of inverting. It was Gusto here and Cucurella was not inverting. I remember that was the whole topic of conversation. If we sign Felix, we make back that money by selling him to Saudi in a few years. Yeah, man, I think like depending on the terms of the deal and how long it is, like I don't really mind the Felix signing. I just think, and this is why I think everybody's mad. It just looks bad in the context of what the squad needs at the moment. We need a goalie, we need a center back, and we need a striker. The people aren't so upset about the striker one because it looks like we're gonna get Victor, but there's zero news about upgrading the defense, and that's why the Felix thing looks really bad optically at the moment. If we had already signed Victor, if we had already signed Neto, if we had a decent center back in, if we signed a good goalkeeper instead of Jorgensen, I trust you, trust me, brother. Nobody would care that we're getting Felix in. It's just the context in which Felix is coming into the team that's a problem. We forget our defense was the best in the Champions League. We had Rudiger, Silva, Christensen, with Conte in front of them. Yep. Yeah, we had clean sheets. That was a big thing about our Champions League run is the fact that we were so defensively solid, so defensively solid. Even if we hate it, Werner was working a lot on the left. That's the same, but Werner's just a workhorse, bro. He was just pace. He was not technical. That's why in the league we did not cook. That's why we had a whole season where we were struggling for goals because our attack was just not good enough. They were not technical. They were like Mount was just a workhorse for the most part. So was Gallagher. I always rated Felix in his own spot and before. Whenever he finds his home cook, obviously he'll be rotation for us, but he'll show his talent promise. And I hope so. I hope so. We better outscore teams this season. Start slated is exactly what we're saying, man. Like last season, I think we had 77 goals and 63 conceded. If the defense is going to play the entire season like they were playing in preseason, bro, we have to hit 90 goals we have to hit like 90 to 100 goals, something insane, because we are going to be conceding like more than 63. And with 77, 63 got us what? Like 6 around, like so close to top 4. It's gonna be tough. Adrian says with Enzo Maresca taking charge, we will see the end of over reliance on wingbacks, especially when the wingbacks can't stay fail on attacks. So attacking defenders to actually defend. Yeah, I think it's unfortunate that Reece got injured because I think playing in the system is going to give him a lot less wear and tear than it would otherwise, with him bombing up and down the wings constantly. Like I think that's what was really deteriorating his body. We need a keeper like Costa. Yeah, and that's what I was saying too, bro. Like if we're already in bed with Jorge Mendes, like if we're already going to be like, yeah, we're going to, we basically made a deal with him, then he's already the deal. He's already the manager for Costa. So let's get it done. To be honest, bro, the reason I like the fit signing is just how injury prone our players are and that he can slot in a few places. Yeah, he's a Swiss Army knife. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind him coming off the bench for whoever's injured. Y'all heard when Fofana said we were playing better football compared to last season after the Inter game. I think offensively, I mean, like we can't lie. In preseason, we have seen patterns of play. We had 0 patterns of play on their Poch. The only goal was to win the ball back and then to try to score in transition, which is why we sucked against low block teams because there was 0 patterns of play. There was nothing to do. Defensive position wins the league, not most goals. This is true, by the way, because when you see why Arsenal was able to challenge even without having a striker is because they had the best defense in the league. Maybe Igbali working behind the scenes for another player. Yeah, but I wouldn't see what player that would be in like what position. Daniel has a different opinion. The Felix move is the bad one, man. I understand the squad depth point, but the priority should be defense. A lot of mid to crowd players on the defense side of the squad. Bro, I 100% agree. And that's literally what I was saying is that the Felix signing is squad depth understood, but in terms of priority, it looks bad because that's not what we need at the moment. The issue is like in terms of getting a goalie or like getting Oblak, for example, from Atleti, is they're only offering us players. Like that's what was said that Jorge Mendes offered after the same deal fell through. Jorge Mendes was already in London that he offered Felix to us. It's not like we're gonna Atleti's like just opened up their entire squad and said have free reign, choose whoever you want. That's the problem. But I agree though, like in terms of defensively, man, like we don't have a single center back that we can say, yo, you are playing well. We don't have one, and that's an issue. Jonathan, I want 100 goals, bro. If we hit 100 goals, peak, golden boot for Palmer. Did Marjorie reports that Chelsea has given the okay for Osimhen? Good news. Yeah. I brought that tweet up earlier in the stream that he got the technical staff gave the green light to go for Osimhen. But of course, that's what I'm saying. Like Napoli is going to be here in London for a week, and they're going to get all the deals hammered out. We're gonna get Lukaku first, then Victor, and then if they want Kepa or Cassidy, we're gonna see that also go through the door. Samuel Williams says signing Felix and Osimhen in the same window will be my best window ever, and I'm going to expect big things from Chelsea Football Club, like contending in the league and other cup competitions. 100%. If we sign Osimhen, we got Neto. We have to go far, and we have to make deep cup runs and top four minimum. And obviously the Conference League, I'm not even gonna talk about because we gotta win that in our sleep. In our sleep. Honestly, we created 4 chances per game every game. We just didn't score. Yeah. Yep. Random thought. What if we didn't get Pedro Neto but draft Felix or a solid winger from Atletico, part of the Gallagher street? I love Pedro Neto. I don't know. I just want to know y'all's opinion. What if we didn't get Neto but y'all Felix or a solid winger from Atleti? I just think the issue is I don't think any Joao Felix isn't coming into the starting 11, and I don't think I would take any winger from Atleti over Pedro. I'll be real with you, because Neto has had proven himself in the Prem to be a threat. How much do they want for Felix? So it's looking like we offered them 35 plus something like 20 or something in add-ons, but it seems like they want us to hit. They don't want the add-ons. They want us to give like or closer to the 60 straight up, but we're not willing to do that. Whenever Chelsea has won the league, we've had the best defense exactly, and that's why everybody. And this is the things like when you the DNA of Chelsea for so long has been a strong, solid defense. Now we have like super strong, solid attack in midfield, but our defense is weak. And as a fan base, like we're not okay with that. That's why last season was horrendous when we had like our worst defensive record ever. Reece James getting injured in the less running system is telling. Yeah, man. I mean, it looks like it's just a small setback because it looks like when you come back from those type of surgeries to your hamstring, like you have issues with the scar tissue as your muscles are healing. And I mean, we weren't really gonna see him in the league regardless because the time that he sets to come back for the Bournemouth game is a time he was going to come back anyways. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I mean this is Reece James last season to really, it's his make or break season. Do you think owners want to sell Sterling before Oshimen can come? I don't know, man. It looks like unless Juve somehow offer Sterling insane wages, which I don't see happening, I don't see us getting rid of Sterling this season. Did you see Kamavinga got injured in training before the Super Cup game tomorrow? Is that true? Because that would suck for them. But we are kind of handicapped with the CBs. The only way we could try and move our Colwell and Benoit, but is out there. Maybe we can get VVD for Colwell. Yeah, bro, they're not moving on VVD. I'm gonna be so honest. Like, I know he hasn't signed to a new contract, but it is very wishful thinking to think that he's going to stay long term. Unfortunate as it is. Oblak, yeah. It was just like I'm just speaking like theoretical terms. You feel me? Like we don't have the entire Atleti team open to us. It's just whoever they're offering to us. Well, do you think Gallagher will go if the deal collapses? Yeah, bro. If the deal collapses, Gallagher's gone. They already banished him. Like he's not coming back to the squad. I think anybody who thinks that Gallagher is coming back into the squad is just coping. Like he's not. Okay, 35 is fair. Felix off the bench is great. That's what I'm saying. 60 more my ass. I'm saying we're not paying the full 60, bro. Like we're trying to negotiate it down to 40 plus add-ons around there. Would you take Marquinhos? A bit, honestly, yeah, but like if they sign him to like a long deal, I don't know. Defense matters. Exactly, man. Exactly. Liverpool aren't moving on from VVD. They need all the help they can get this season. They're gonna suffer. That's what I'm saying. They're not moving on, especially if they don't have another 6 man, and they're gonna have man. It's looking rough for Liverpool. I can't lie. Didn't we sign Diego Tosin and that young Argentine who can play center back? Correct, we did. But in terms of like the Chelsea and the fan base are asking for a world class center back with experience. And at the end of the day, Viega has shown promise, but he's not world class. Tosin came on a free, so people don't complain about it too much, but it's okay. And that young Argentinian is not coming until way further in the future, and center backs take way longer to develop than attackers. Like Esteval and Pires are going to be integrated into the first team way quicker than than the young center back, because that's how center backs work. Center backs take a longer time to be able to mature and to gain the experience that they need. Steven says top 4 in the trophy is a must. Simple as. I agree, by the way. I think top 4 in the trophy is a must, and the trophy like Conference League. And I need us to make deep cup runs. I think in terms of the depth that we have in the squad, given that We hired a new medical team and everything is flowing. I think that's kind of what we're moving towards. That's kind of what we're moving towards. All right, people, get the likes and subscribes up on the stream. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. We are at we're at 95 likes, guys. Come on, 5 more likes to 100. 5 more likes to 100. Get us to 100 likes. Get us to 100 likes, people. I really believe we're gonna win silverware this season. I'm more optimistic. Yeah, by the way, I'm 100% more optimistic than last year. In terms of as long as we avoid like Liverpool, I think we can get far in the Carabao. I think we can get far in the FA Cup. Because I think this team is way more set up to go for a deep cup run than it is to sustain for a league. Because if we're talking about one-off games, I think one-off games we can have so much offense that the defense doesn't really matter. It's the whole season long that is that inconsistency in the defense is gonna kill us. Disasi needs to be moved on as well. We have to see because he's coming back from injury. But Disasi and Viega, like I said before, are one of the only two center backs that we have that are actually able and willing to attack the ball and attack the player instead of just walking them to the line. If we don't win the conference league with Oshimen, it's GG. Yeah, bro. Like it's beyond GG. Like we're washed at that point. Like we're officially washed if we can't win the conference league. Plenty goal tweet. Is that true? Give me 1 second. Plenty goal tweet. What is Plenty goal saying? Obviously, you got to take Plenty goal with a pinch of salt. But what with Mazraoui? All I see is Mazraoui and Delict. I don't see anything crazy. All right. Let's see. I see Chelsea doing well under Maresca despite the season being his first time coaching the league. Yeah, I think, bro, he just has too many offensive pieces. Like, like the team is very solid. Other than the defense, which again is gonna come down to him to get that structure going. I think the offense is going to be firing on all cylinders. Mudryk, this is a make or break year for him. Esteban and Paz coming. Agreed, by the way. This is Mudryk's last season, but it's looking rough for him with Neto and with Sterling ahead of him. I don't know, man. Like, I think he should have gone on loan. It's obvious like the directors don't want him to go on loan, but Liverpool have a defense though. Exactly, and that's why they are not going to like fall off the same way that we did when we ended up, 12th, and then we ended up 6th last year because their defense is 100% solid. I'm trying to be fair as possible, but DiMarzio injured as people think. Agreed, DiMarzio is not as reliable as people think. The only thing that we have confirmed for 100% is that the Napoli has sent people to London to negotiate the Lukaku deal. And for the way that I think, the Lukaku deal is not getting negotiated unlike unless the Victor Osimhen deal is getting negotiated at the same time. Like those two things have to happen in the same breath. Liverpool can get Chilwell, Chalobah, and Connor. People complain about squad size and Liverpool dying for signings. Bro, I'm telling you, it's like it's extreme. It's the extreme ends. Like our squad is super bloated and Liverpool can't get a single signing through the door that matters. Philip Girl, do you think Tosin would make a better deal with Cole? We were having that discussion earlier. Like Tosin has shown a lot of promise, but he hasn't shown us enough. I think if we see him in Conference League and we see him killing it in the cup games, then he could definitely make it. If our center backs are underperforming, he can make a case. Danielle says, Arsene, do you think Kendry and Estevao would be better for squad players next year? These guys are going to get loaned out to Strasbourg, in my opinion. Kendry is still green. But the thing is with Kendry and Estevao, I think the club already made them promises that they will not get loaned out, that they will be playing with the first team. The thing is, I don't think that they are going to get a ton of playing time. I think that they're going to see cup minutes as starters. I think they're going to see other like just cup competitions, maybe against bottom of the table. You'll see them subbed on at like 60, 70 minutes. And the thing is, with the way that our offense is stacked, I'm more excited at the fact that they're going to be training with the first team under people like Nkuku, under Palmer. You know what I'm saying? Like under Lavia, under Pedro Neto, under Caicedo. Like they're going to be playing with top players, and that is going to help the development more, in my opinion, than going out on a loan. Because their ceiling is so high, I would rather them start learning how to play in the Prem from elite Prem players than from going out on loan to Strasbourg. I was absolutely patch out throughout, but isn't it fair that he didn't get this insane attack to use? It is what it is, man. Like at the end of the day, like he came in at the end of an entire rehaul. Like we got rid of so much dead wood that summer that he came in. So he got the hand he was dealt with, but at the same time, like, and I brought it up, like, look, and I'll bring it up again, guys. I'm gonna bring it up again. This list right here on the left, this is on Poch's hands. Like we got so many reports that his training sessions were a lot running based. Caicedo even said as much. And like all these injuries that happened, they were also on him. Like, yeah, we didn't have this insane attack, but like Nkuku was injured for so long. Lavia was injured for so long. And a lot of it, in my opinion, was on him in his training sessions. Liverpool don't look that solid. They can't sign a player. People don't trust the board. They're not sure about their manager. By the way, for me, this is the last season that they're gonna have the spine that they have. Trent looking like he calling up Madrid already. Salah's gonna go get a bag in the Saudi league. I'm telling you, it's looking rough for Liverpool, man. And they're bored. I don't have any confidence at the board because the thing is, like, people listen. At the end of the day, you guys can shit on the board all you want, but you cannot say that our owners are not ambitious. They're putting money down everywhere. We can disagree with the direction that they're putting money down, but the fact that they are ambitious and trying to put money down and make the club money and putting signings, we can't be against that at the end of the day. Oh, Mudryk is still playing for Chelsea. Fuck my life. No, literally, man. It's like that left side is so stinky. But when Neto's 100%, like he's slotting into the left hand side. Sterling might go on loan and Nani sold with Carney and Chalaba. It depends. I think they said if Felix gets through. I saw the report. If Felix comes through, they're looking to move on either Sterling or Nani. And Sterling looks difficult because of his wages, so it looks like Nani and Newcastle might be a thing, but we need to see. Enzo needs to be on the bench. They're not putting Enzo on the bench because I think they're still trying to get Caicedo up to 100% match fitness. They're not trying to have a redo of his debut against West Ham. Mendes and concrete talks with Chelsea for a move for Joao Felix. Yep, we saw the news. Paz and Esteban will get the Palmer at City treatment. Yeah, they will get the Palmer at City treatment. The difference is that they signed very long-term contracts and they were made promises to be first-team players in the future, whereas Palmer was not given that at all. Any outgoing news today? Chukwemeka, Angelo, Washington. No, bro. There's literally been nothing other than the Gallagher news and the fact that like the Napoli people are here that are there in London to negotiate stuff like that. We can do all this analysis only for Mudryk to favor another performing player like Mudryk. Yeah, but the thing is, at least with Maresca, he literally said that he is not married to any one attacker. He said that if you are not performing, he will put you out of the team, and that is something that Poch was not willing to do for a long time. Because I think we can all be honest that like there was a lot of players last season that underperformed that we wanted to get changed that were not given. For example, perfect opinion, and in my opinion, was Colwood playing left back horribly and Madsen being on the bench. For me, that was awful. Ziggy, I'm not worried about Kendry and SFL because we will have a year on the SMRS, so we should a little more stable when it comes to squad tactics. Exactly. Like I'm not worried too much about Kendry and SFL because I think they're going to come into a more stable environment, into a place with elite players, and they're going to be able to learn from. I'm trying to tell you that Liverpool struggled this season. Keep an eye out. I agree, by the way. They're going to struggle this season. I think their defense is going to keep them within the top 6. I don't think they drop any lower than top 6 at any point in the season. But they're not going to be like title contenders like last season like they were. I just don't see it happening. Exactly. They were in a comfort zone with Klopp. Put your money where your mouth is. In what sense, Solomon? In what sense? Vic says Oshimen and Lukaku's deals don't have to be simultaneous. Napoli can secure a verbal agreement for Lukaku and sell Osimhen else. Just FYI. Oh, 100% agree. I'm not saying that they have to be simultaneous. I'm saying that what's gonna happen is most likely after the Felix stuff gets done, we're going to see maybe Friday, Saturday Lukaku deal done, and then Sunday, Monday we're going to see Victor Osimhen news come out about a fee or about the more details of what the bid that we're putting in. Yo, I want Neto to start the City game. Bro, I think everybody wants Neto to start the City game. But the thing is, Neto is not at 100% fitness. And when we're looking at Sterling has had his best games against City last year. And I think Maresca said he watched all the tapes. So if you watch all the tape, he knows that Sterling did a very good job against Kyle Walker in the City games. As much as we want to say Sterling was inconsistent, he was very good in those City games. How's the Felix deal in danger? He wants to join us. He wants to leave Spain. No, I don't think it's in danger. I just think they're like the only thing in danger is a Gallagher deal because Atleti don't want to be. And I said this before. Atleti do not want to be left holding the bag because the original agreement seems like it was we give you Gallagher and we take a player off your hands. But now we're telling Atleti, bro, just sign the Gallagher deal. Pinky promise we will sign a player. But Atleti's like, no, you are going to 100% sign a player and then we're gonna sign Gallagher. Salah getting more than a bag, he getting his face printed. No, 100%, bro. Like when Salah leaves, he's massive. Like I think a lot of people underestimate how massive he is in Africa and how massive he is in the Middle East, bro. Getting rid of Nani for Felix would be absolutely stupid. I agree. I think Nani on the right is really good off the bench. We need some outgoings, bro. If they want to, because again, the report came out, the press briefing came out, right? That they want to get the squad down to 25, 24. Dude, if they want to get it down to 25, 24, do you know how many people they're going to need to move on for that to happen? Like they're going to need to move it down, like Jesus, like almost nearly half. And there's only what 18 days left. in the season, bro, it's looking long for them to be able to do that. I have to be honest with you. It's looking very rough. What I don't understand about Chelsea Trevor would be great in the squad. Then you got Wesley, who I think barely played for 1 year because of injury. But do you think he actually is fairly ready? No. And I think CNAC said it because CNAC is literally works in the medical industry. He said usually when somebody comes back from an injury that long, it takes a whole year for Fofana to come back. A whole year. We need to sort the Gallagher issue first. Yeah, the Gallagher Felix thing is at the same time. Like as soon as we agree for Felix, Gallagher's gone. Love Oshimen at Chelsea, 100%. We have a 42 player squad, which we don't need. But where are the players you would let go? What are the players I would let go? I think I think Carney's going. I think a lot of the defense could go. Um, Broya's going. Chalaba's going. Gallagher's going. We still have one more loan spot. It's gonna be a lot of loans and a lot of outgoings if they want to get it down to the 24-25 squad. Liverpool would be just fine. Yeah, I think like I said, I think they're gonna be just fine. I just don't think they're going to be in contention at any point for the title this season. I think it would be a miracle if they were. What do you think about Enzo Fernandez being the captain of the whole racing saga and him playing bad at the same time? Yeah, for me, to be honest, like I think them giving him the captain's armband is such a slap in the face to a lot of the players and a lot of the fan base. Like I think we all wanted it to be taken a lot more seriously, and it was deserved to be taken a lot more seriously at the end of the day. Like for me, like there needed to be more done than just him saying, "I'm going to donate an undisclosed amount to a charity." We don't even know how much, right? I don't know, man. For me, there needs to be more of a discussion around that. Felix doesn't have the desire to improve his game, and that's fine for me because him coming off the bench is already an upgrade above Gallagher and everybody else that could come off the bench. Do you know how much is Palm? Yeah, so Sullivan, I think it was said that he's around 150, 180 a week, around there. He's making. Do you think the owners like how the transfer see Messi? Chelsea's all in the media every day. They probably like his intention. I think the owners literally like have given a direct link to Fabrizio Romano because Fabrizio somehow knows every Chelsea exclusive, everything about Chelsea. He immediately knows. They want to reduce to 23, 24 doesn't mean they can. 100% agree. That's what I'm saying. This is what was said. And if they want to get there, I just don't see how in 18 days they're able to go down low. What about Angelo Gabriel, bro? I think honestly with Gabriel, I feel really bad because it seems to me like they're going to keep like he's doing really well. So his price keeps going up and up and up. Um, unless we see a massive underperformance from our midfielders, like I think it's rough for him. I feel outgoings will go to deadline day. Yeah, literally to deadline day with outgoings and loans and anything else. Rumors transfer ban is looming. We have 42 damn players and we still want to add more. Yeah, listen, if the transfer ban is coming, or what people are also saying, like a wage cap is coming, like more of a wage structure, you can't just pay players whatever. Then it makes more sense why we are moving the way that we are in the market, why we are, being so rigid with, for example, Oshimen's wages, even though it would make sense to break them for a player of his thing, but we'll see.
But then you can't just do a wage cap though, because then a lot like Man City couldn't afford to pay their players.
No, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're gonna do a wage cap, but they're gonna put in some sort of like spending limit on the club to the point where like it has to be more balanced between transfer money and wages. Like you can't spend 100 million and then offer the player like 400,000 in wages. Like they're gonna make it so those type of deals are a lot more unsustainable unless your club is very financially stable. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
Like yeah, you're gonna have to choose one or the other. Like you're gonna have to pay a massive transfer fee, but like have the player agree to normal wages or have the player come in for very cheap, like with 1 or 2 years left on their deal. Like for example, what we did with Enzo, I think it's going to be a lot more unsustainable if the new rules come in. Yeah. What about formation? No Neto, Caicedo, or Dewsbury Hall looks very lightweight defensively. Yeah, the thing is with Caicedo and Neto is, and this is what we were talking about, Bella, is that we were thinking like if we are first of all Caicedo and Neto, like it seems like they're still not at 100% fitness, so we don't know if they're gonna start, especially with Neto. I think ideally, if you want to be very defensive, you would have something that looks like this. Take out Enzo and put in Caicedo, and this is very, very defensively solid in my opinion, more than having Enzo in there, because these are two people in Lavia and Caicedo who will good at the man-to-man press will be in box-to-box eights, more so than Enzo. So
My only fear with that is if you take out Enzo, like I know Caicedo is really good when it comes to passing, but a few times last year, like Enzo's deep line playmaking was like really crucial.
mhm.
Um, and I would trust him to be able to find the likes of like Sterling in behind more
Yeah,
often than I would trust like maybe like a Lavia or Caicedo. So
agreed.
I think when you play someone like the Man City, you definitely do need defensive solidity.
but we
Mm-hmm.
also kind of need that out ball. So
Yeah.
that if we're just constantly under pressure, we need someone who can just, one ball in, at least you can move the whole team forward a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Um.
that's the
No,
tricky
I
part.
agree. I think that's I agree because what you're saying basically is like we lose a lot on offense, and I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like ideally, you would want to have something, like we were saying before, something like this with Lavia and Caicedo being interchangeable, but always having Enzo because offensively this is better. But if we are really struggling defensively, like Bella is saying, like if we're looking lightweight defensively, then we have to sacrifice on some offense to put in Caicedo. Like that's the trade off that you have to do because they fulfill very different roles in the team.
See, I would have
Very
taken
different
out
roles.
Sterling and just played Nkunku on that left. But the problem is you're only going to have about three people attacking when we get the ball. So that's
Yeah,
kind of redundant as well. So
yeah.
Enzo might really have to sit this out. Or you honestly, bro, just Gusto sit this
Mm-hmm.
one out. Gusto
Yeah,
sit this out, bring Caicedo in. He can invert into that right back role defensively when, we don't have the ball. And you still
yeah,
have him, being able to like drift into midfield, still
yep.
having a lot
Mm-hmm.
of numbers in midfield and whatnot.
Yeah. I think Gabriel and Santos are in a good league where they can show the talent and get some playing time. I agree. That's why they're gonna keep getting loaned out. But to Sergar, I think has to be. He's banished already. I'm not worried about as the outgoing. There are a lot of teams that have holes in their squad and that our players can fill. I think it's gonna be a busy last week. I'm gonna other transfer window. At this point, we're just hoping Kobo Fofana would be the players we were hoping. We haven't seen anything with them. Do the 100%. Like we are putting, and it seems like this is the thing. It seems like this is going to be our starting partnership, Cowell and Fofana. Like these are the people that they want to give the time to. These are the people they want to keep at the top. Like big up, like the thing. Yeah, people like the thing. Subscribe. We're just talking out here about formations, talking about the game. Yo, if you want the link, by the way, let me know. I'll send it to you on Twitter. If you want the link to join, let me know. You're always welcome. Always welcome on stream, man. These rules only keep the best teams at the top. Yeah, but I think they want the top teams to be a lot more sustainable, especially with City with the 115 charges. Like, there's a lot of question marks about what rules might be implemented after that. What about Enzo as a DM? I think Enzo as a DM. I think the issue is if he plays as a DM, then he's playing in front of the defense, and it's gonna be when we're playing at the back instead of Caicedo, because Caicedo was the one that was receiving the ball with his back with facing the goal, and he's gonna have to do the turn, try to find out. I don't know if Enzo can do that as well. I'm an Enzo fan. I wouldn't want to see his talent missing on the team, especially with the style
No,
of
but
play
I
we're
think
working to achieve.
Enzo,
Go ahead.
I was about to say Enzo in that six would have been perfect, only because like he's one of the guys in our team where even under pressure, for the most part, he can still keep possession moving. He can switch those passes from left to right. If anything, I'll trust.
You cut out. Yo, JC, you cut out. All right. We can go back to him when he comes back. Caicedo ain't going right back, but I hear you. Yeah, I think at a certain point in the Inter game, guys, what we were seeing was Palmer in the midfield, right? And when Caicedo was on, we saw this. Caicedo was essentially playing the position that Gusto would be playing. And in attack, we saw something like this. And Caicedo was playing kind of here as like the right back when Gusto came off. And for example, we had like KDH on. Like we saw something like this. And at certain points, we saw him holding the width. So, yeah.
I think in this game we definitely we're gonna try. We should try not to get slapped up, um,
Yeah. Goal
just
difference is
because
going to be
like
huge.
yeah, and also just like your first game into the season, you want to at least kind of have some sort of like good feel factor going into your other games. And
Yep.
slapped
Back,
up
back,
by
back.
Man City disrespectfully. Yo, even the biggest like Maresca fans, like even though we know we need to be patient, that shit might just have us all like, damn, this is how it's gonna be.
Yep. Yeah, that's how
So
it's
I
going to be.
I think listen, I hope we don't lose. I can see us definitely losing this game. Um,
Yep.
but as long as we keep it respectful, bro. Like
Yeah, keep it, keep it cute, keep it respectful. I think, doing that is going to be is going to be enough. I think it's going to be good enough to where the fans won't be on your head as you pause, but like, on top of you, pause. But it's gonna give you time. If you get a win out of this though, you win so much goodwill from the fan base. But you have to keep it respectable, especially with the goal difference thing. If we're gonna be conceding as much, like keep it a 1-2 goal game, and nothing more. Let's see, Enzo's definitely playing. He's vice captain 100%. I remember there was a whole fiasco with Poch regarding Enzo. And this was in the hiring process, if I remember. Um, I don't remember, man. That was a crazy transfer window, to be honest. Bro, Connor G is going. Crawley, he's not coming back. He's not going on a free. It is what it is. Lavia is underrated at receiving the ball from the defense under pressure. Caicedo was forced into too many errors last season. Yeah, 100%. The issue with playing out of the back is if you play at the back and your lone six receives in this area, is receiving the ball in this area, you as a coach have to give him passing options. The issue was Caicedo would receive the ball, right, in this area, and then everybody else would be like right here, and he'd be on an island. And where do you want him to pass it to? Immediately he would get pressed and lose it. I think we're gonna see less of that this season, hopefully under Maresca, so it won't be too much of a problem.
But Lavia, he's definitely looked really good. Like in preseason, that
He's looked
press
sharp.
resistance,
He has looked sharp.
yeah, he's been. So I definitely see him starting this game. Honestly, I
100%.
think that the starting lineup might look identical to what you got going on. I'm not sure if Fafana might start, um, because that will be kind of like that's a big call. Homie hasn't played for like 2 years. I
Yeah.
mean, he's fit. He's had preseason, but I'm not too sure if he's ready just yet
Yep.
competitively. This is one of those. Maybe like 10 minutes before the game ends, you throw him on, let him get a feel of match fitness again. But look, if we go with this team, hopefully we keep it respectable.
Yeah. Just
I
keep
could
it,
just see.
100%. Keep it respectable. Keep it understandable, and I think the fan base will give you time. Caicedo sometimes takes too long to make a crucial decision. I think he got way better at that as the season went on. To be honest, I think in those last couple games he had good plays. I think, for example, against Forest, when he found Reece James out wide for the Jackson header, that was like immediately he played that first time. He played that pass into Reece perfectly first time. I think he's gonna take time to get the engine going. Same thing as last season. Caicedo played right back for Brighton. Yep, where he came to midfield. Yep. Y'all aren't ready to accept how bad Enzo's been playing because of the amount he cost the club. I'm telling you right now, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people said, Enzo, you got the surgery for the hernia. You're vice captain now. There's nowhere to hide. This season there is nowhere to hide. Nowhere. If you play bad, you're getting subbed off, bro. You have Lavia nipping at your heels. You have Caicedo there as well. You have people in midfield who would be more than happy to play.
But Enzo has been here 3 years. Arguably, his first season with us, he was probably one of our best midfielders, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken.
Yeah,
Last season, yeah, he had a horrible season. So now this is a fresh start. If he does not perform, then uncomfortable conversations will need to be had.
mm,
Only
yes,
because, bro, you're going on 3 years now. There's no hiding. There's no hernia problems now because it looked like you got the surgery. Brother, you
exactly,
got to
man.
deliver. Like, we stayed up till like 12 a.m. for that. Here we go. Because we believe in your abilities. Yeah, like
Hmm.
apparently Igbali and them were about to get into a fight. So, brother, you got 3 years. If you don't show it this year again, you got to be
Yeah, it's
what
looking
it is.
long for you, bro.
It can't be too sentimental, man. It can't be like at the end of the day, if
Yeah,
the
it does.
player's
And,
not
and
there, it's
again,
such a loss for
we
you.
got Esteval, we got Pies coming in, bro. Do not think anybody's position is safe in this team. Do not think that. All right, let's see. Just to finish up a couple comments before we end up because we're almost hitting the 2 hour mark, guys. Like and subscribe so far if you like the stream. Like I said, I'll be doing a lot more of these streams as the season goes on. Looking at the conference league games, looking at the cup games, all that stuff. I think Tosa playing to Fofana is up to fitness, bro. I would want that because Fofana is not looking, like on top of his game. I'd rather a clean sheet. Yep. If we talk respect, we should go for a draw at most. Yeah. To be honest, like if it was a 0-0 draw, I would take that. I'm not gonna lie. I would take a 0-0
The,
draw. As much as it
the
might be
only
boring.
good thing is that Man City didn't quite look up to it in the Community Shield.
Correct.
Again,
Yep.
their big players still have to come in, but ideally, when we've seen Man City for the most part, they kind of start the season a little slower. So maybe that could help us. But even with that, I just feel like they're just gonna come in so confident that it's just,
Yeah,
bro, it's gonna be a long day.
it is. It is. It is.
But if we get anything
Uh,
out of this game, bro, we're gonna be so shameless. Oh,
bro, we're gonna be yeah. Like the levels of shamelessness is something that has not been seen for a long time. If we somehow manage to get that, I'm be real with you. If we somehow manage to get that through, it's a big if though. It is a big if, guys.
yo, Rondo FC. Enzo's been here, bro. This is like his third season now, bro. This ain't a year and 6 months no more. It's going on his third season, second full season. I can't be doing that no
Yeah,
more, bro.
yeah, we can't be doing that stuff no more. Let's see. Poch also made Enzo look bad, but yeah. This is we all said this is Enzo's last season to really prove what he's at. How about switching Fofana with Gusto and playing Caicedo in that position? No inverting needed. Back there with our strongest midfield. It could happen. It depends on how badly we were doing defensively, but I could definitely see that happening. Enzo 3 years is basically a year and a month. It's been 1 season and a half, to be honest, because he came in winter. He played the full season
But this is third season. Though. He came in
from the
under
pod.
Graham Porter, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, it's his third season. We're not saying 3 years, but third season, bro.
Oh,
Our friend.
okay, sorry, my bad. This is his third season.
Yeah. Yeah. The guy was saying the 3 years, and I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
this is third season. Sorry, this third
Yeah.
season. Yeah.
I think Caicedo was hindered by Pochball when he gets favored with the best midfield in the league. Yeah, I mean, like every technical player in our team was hindered by Poch. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Bob and Savio might cook this defense, brother. I'll take a 1-0. Yeah, bro. I think we'll all take that. Bob and Savio. Yeah, I
Listen,
mean that's
Bob ain't
definitely
cooking Cucurella, bro. He not cooking no. Sorry,
no, no, no. My worry is
not
just like the
Cucurella.
defense needs to wake up, bro. They need to wake up. But yeah, man, that's where we're at. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes and subscribes, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe on the way out. I appreciate it. We'll be doing more and more streams as the season goes on. We're gonna keep the streams going. I appreciate y'all. All 93 of you in here. Subscribe and like on the way out. I'll see y'all next time. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here, CJ. I also appreciate you. Always appreciate the panelists.
Always,
Big up,
brother.
guys. Big up,
Always.
fellas. See ya. See you next time, guys. Peace out. Peace out,
Yes.
man.